president up on the order. The committee is expected to vote Monday. The vote has already been pushed back a week to make room for what's expected to be a crowded meeting. The vice president of Lutheran Social Services, which handles all of North Dakota's refugee resettlement cases, says the county typically gets no more than 25 refugees every year.
Shows on the major TV networks shut out of the Golden Globes major awards this year. The streaming service Netflix had the most nominations. I'm Elizabeth Herr, ABC News.
This is the busiest time of the year in the city, but the holidays wait for no one. So I'm glad I have USPS to get presents to my nephews in time. Traffic jams or not.
You don't see many people when you live way out here. But even on snowy days, I can rely on my carrier Donna to show up.
Wherever you call home, the United States Postal Service goes the extra mile to bring your holidays home. Learn more at USPS.com/season. And with informed delivery notifications, get a digital preview of your mail before it arrives. United States Postal Service. Priority you.
You're in charge of hiring, and Indeed has solutions, like online skills tests, which let a candidate show that they're the right hire. Indeed will also give you the sticky frog, which will suddenly leap and stick to the face of the perfect hire. Okay, there's no sticky frog. But skills tests, that's for sure.
See why independent research by Silk Road shows Indeed delivers 3 times more hires than any other job site. Post your next job at Indeed.com/hire and try skills tests for free. Terms and conditions apply.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW News Time, 10:03.
The high country has been hit hard with snow and more on the way today. On Sunday, a backcountry skier was killed in an avalanche near Cameron Pass. Larimer County Sheriff Public Information Officer Jared Kramer.
At about 2:45 in the afternoon, we received a 911 call that a backcountry skier had been caught in an avalanche. Deputies with the Larimer County Sheriff's Office and multiple rescue resources and emergency medical technicians responded from Jackson County as well.
The 29-year-old victim was from Fort Collins. Colorado National Monument raising its entry fee by $5. That starts January 1st. For a private vehicle, it'll go from $20 to $25, $20 for motorcycles, and $15 for a 7-day pass for bicyclists and pedestrians. Annual passes will also be going up. Those go from $40 to $45. And in sports, the Avs at home tonight after winning 3 straight on the road. Puck drop against the Flames at 7 o'clock at Pepsi Center. That's the latest. I'm Chad Hoffman.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Denver Museum of Nature and Science.
There's a couple of highway and road closures to watch out for. Let's go downtown. Glen Arm remains shut down in both directions at 16th due to police activity. No estimated time when the roadway will reopen. Let's go to the High Country Drive. Eastbound I-70.
Jeez, what do they call 4 attorneys at the bottom of the ocean?
A good start.
Okay.
So, Mark, you do general law or any specific
kind? I do PI stuff.
Hey,
okay.
Workman's Comp, though, you guys are doing that, right? Do you stay away from the Social Security crap?
We'll do it. Like if an injured person has Social Security they need help with.
No, I mean Social Security disability.
Yeah, SSDI.
So that's all through the Fed system, though, right?
Yeah.
That's all federal court? So you got someone that does that?
Yeah. Yeah, I just hired a lawyer from...
Those are 2 areas where we lack in right now. But I know there's just no money in it. Sure. Most of those federal ones, shit, you got to do like 1,000 of them a month to make a nickel.
Yeah. Well, you got no spot. Did you sell my spot? All right, I'm going to arm wrestle you on the break. Test. Check.
Checkity, check.
Can you hear the bass?
Make sure your headphones work, Marco.
I'm not hearing anything.
Phones everywhere.
What's that? You got nothing? You should have something.
Yeah, I don't.
Sure should have. Here just a second. Let me come over there.
Dan's an engineer. He can probably hook you up.
What's dump delay?
You charge, Red? I don't hear anything.
Nothing?
I grabbed one of these because I checked for pulse. I didn't have one.
What are those? Oh,
sugar-free Red Bull.
God.
But Daphne's giving me a copy.
That shit'll blow your...
I know, I read it up front.
That'll blow your heart out, Marco. You know this stuff. I had a technician that drank these monster drinks with caffeine and ginseng for like 5-6 years. all of a sudden
He had heart palpitations.
His heart would kick into 150 beats a minute.
Wow.
He had to go to the ER and they'd shock him into a normal rhythm again.
Wow.
You're kidding.
No.
You don't drink any of them, huh?
I don't know. I drink coffee, though.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. As you know, this is the only show of its kind, and it is a Monday here on the Troubleshooter Show. If you're new to the show, if you're just tuning in, let me tell you what it's about. It's great. You're going to appreciate it, and you're going to love the public service we do day in and day out right here. You ready? We save people money. If you've been ripped off, you've been taken advantage of, if you just want to talk about some scumbag out there that took your hard-earned money, and you want to help, you need help getting it back, or you just want to tell us about it, 303-713-8255. The very, very, very crust of the matter. You ready for this? You ready? $200 million in cash, merchandise, exchanges, and refunds directly due to this show. We get involved with your life. There is no other show out there that does that. By the way, this hour, brought to you by Panacea Life Sciences. We've been talking about these guys for, oh my goodness, months and months and months. Tom went out and actually checked out this lab. What they do, beyond almost everything, is CBD. In fact, it's CBD that actually works. In fact, realcbdthatworks.com is a website, or you can go to panacealife.com. But they have great products out there. And the cool part is CBD you can buy almost anywhere. In fact, since that farm bill passed this year, everybody's selling CBD. The problem is you have no idea what you're buying. These guys, when you look at the milligrams or however they stated on the packaging, you are getting what you pay for. And we put our names behind that. But it's great for pain, anxiety, sleep. In fact, Deputy Dan, I know, takes it for sleep, and it seems to work very well. Tom's been taking it a while for those aches and pains after he works out. It's a great product, and it's the real stuff. Once again, realcbdthatworks.com. You know, I want to ask Deputy Doc something real quick since we're talking CBD. By the way, we do have lines open, 303-713-8255. Doc, you were a doc for how long?
About 40 years.
CBD was not heard of while you were out there.
Not at all.
Do you have any comment on just THC in general, regular marijuana, for, say, anxiety, whatever they treat? You know, for a while there, when they were trying to make it legal, you could go pay $50 to go to a doctor, say your eyes hurt or you have glaucoma or whatever. You didn't even need to have anything's my point, and they'd write you a prescription for it.
Only if they were unethical.
Well, and there was a lot of them. That's what they did.
I know people that were writing 100 prescriptions a day for medical marijuana.
Yeah, they get like $100, $200 a pop.
Absolutely.
Back then, there was guys, listen to this, that would drive around in RVs. They'd pull up in front of these marijuana places, these medical only back then, and for $100, you'd walk in and you'd walk out with a prescription.
Absolutely.
But do you think there's any validity to marijuana?
Absolutely. There's no question.
There must be, because of how it took off, huh?
There's no question it works.
That's very cool. Okay, also in studio with us today, a friend of mine who's an attorney. In fact, he's a pretty, you know, you hear of attorneys. Okay, he's a pit bull. I don't know how else to put it. Marco Bendinelli. Marco, you've been an attorney for, I don't know, forever. How many years? Seriously, your kids work for you? In fact, I met your son. He's got to be, what, 35, 40, and he's got his degree. You got to hit the button, Marco.
He's 31.
He's 31, but he passed the bar. He's an attorney, right?
He did.
That's very cool.
He is.
How long have you been practicing?
Oh, 25 years or so.
Yeah.
You know, about 2 weeks. I'm kind of getting good at it.
You're just getting there?
Yeah, I'm
just past the
hang
bar.
of it.
How many times did it take you to pass the bar? Now I'm asking real questions.
Oh, you know what? First time.
First time. Is that hard?
Well, I guess it wasn't for me.
Well, okay. Generally speaking,
out
of all the attorneys, is it a 50-50?
You study for 3 months, 10 hours a day. You know, it's grueling.
If you fail it, how long do you have to wait to take it again? Or
you can only take it twice a year.
Okay, but you can take it twice a year. That's quite a bit. I got one I want help with you on. In fact, that's the stack of paper sitting right there. This guy, I'm going to get this guy on. But in a nutshell, this poor couple, they sound like they're in their 60s or 70s. They went to buy a home. They put $10,000 earnest money down, and it was a new home, a brand new builder. In fact, we'll get into who it was in a little bit, but
They put down 10 grand in earnest money. And what really irritates me is why this company is keeping their 10 grand, and it's been 2 years. They said they didn't qualify for the loan. Now, the reason, from the best I can understand this hodgepodge of stuff they've sent, is because they could not track for the lender where the 10 grand came from. Some of it came out of their checking account. Some of it was in cash. So the reason they didn't qualify for the house after putting down the 10 grand earnest, they couldn't prove where the 10 grand came from. You know, you're not supposed to have that as a gift unless if it's reported as a gift.
Right.
And they had no tracking method. So the lender, who I assume has a very close relationship to the builder, said, you don't qualify, we're sorry, we're going to keep your 10 grand earnest money.
That's egregious.
Well,
2 years.
Not only is it egregious, it's preposterous and outrageous.
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. It is. It seriously is. And I've been thinking about this one all weekend. The problem is, and Deputy Dan can understand this, they sent us a 30-page fax from Office Max. And I'm already seeing lawsuits that are filed back on October of this year. I don't even...
Against the builder.
I don't know. That's why I want you to look at this, because when we talked to him Friday...
You want me to look at it now?
Look at it.
All right.
When we talked to him Friday, my God, none of that came up, did it? They said they paid $1,500 for an attorney to write a letter. That's a lawsuit.
Right. Yeah. What they said.
But regardless, I understand they're older, they're confused. The problem is, if this builder truly does have their money, and it looks like they do.
From July of 2017.
From July of 2017, it is outrageous. And that builder, who is publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange, should be ashamed. And we're going to get into that when I would like to get them up to ask them
Let's
questions.
call 'em.
We are going to call them. Chris, what's going on with you? Chris, when I say Chris, that means it's your turn. Go ahead, Chris. All right, Suzanne, I have no idea what we're going to do there. Tyler, what is going on with you?
Did you say Tyler?
Yes, Tyler, you're up, man.
Yeah,
How can we help you?
Okay. So basically, back in 2018, I worked for a company. I got injured. My back got injured at work. So I told the manager on duty, I was like, hey, I hurt my back. He said, go to urgent care. Usually, now I know this now, that they usually have their own doctor, a working doctor.
Maybe so, but when you got hurt, you asked your doctor, or I'm sorry, you asked your supervisor. You said, I got hurt, and he said, go to urgent care.
He said, go to urgent care.
Did they have posters? I'm just curious. Did they have posters where you worked that said where you were supposed to go if you got hurt on the job?
Not that I could recall.
All right, fair enough. So that
what kind of work?
Yeah, what do you do?
It was just cooking in a kitchen.
Okay, so now what?
At a restaurant.
Is it a big restaurant? What restaurant was it?
No, it was Who Hot over in Stapleton.
All right, a smaller. Okay, so what happened?
You know what I mean? So basically, I hurt myself, and the manager didn't know anything about it. He said, I don't even think we do workman's comp, and and so basically...
The manager said, we don't even do workman's comp. I don't even know what that means, but okay.
I don't know either. He was, he wasn't the smartest guy.
Tyler, is the bottom line on this, and we're going to come back because I got to take a break, but is the bottom line, they did not have workman's comp insurance?
Not that he knew of.
Are they still in business?
Yes, they are.
All right, hold on a second. This one's interesting. I mean, Marco, if you are an employer in the state of Colorado, and for that matter, almost every state, you're required to carry workman's comp.
Absolutely.
All right, everybody hang tight.
There's
303. There's all kinds of penalties, and we'll
Sure.
talk about what happens if you don't have workman's comp, and then hopefully we can help this guy out. 303 Martino, 303-713-8255.
I bet the guy who was the manager was probably a 25-year-old kid, but I'm sure the owner of the restaurant knew he had workers' comp. I guarantee that he had workers' comp.
You're probably right, but not everybody carries it.
No, but the manager is usually like a 25-year-old kid on that shift.
Yeah.
But I'm sure the owner of the restaurant had workers' comp. So that's what you need to find out. Just because he didn't know about it doesn't mean they didn't have it.
It's actually.
I am shocked that these guys are still doing it. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Fix It 24/7. Even though the weather's already turned, George and the guys out there, his manager Brian, they have decided to extend this absolute real tune-up and inspection of your furnace. So if you've kicked it up, it doesn't seem to be blowing as good as it did last year, or maybe it's a little noisy, maybe it's not putting out the heat, maybe it's kicking on too much, you get the idea. These guys will come out and do a real, and I mean a real tune-up on it, but it's only going to be the next 20 people. No more than that, and if the weather does turn quick, they're not going to be able to do it that fast. So get it in now. A real furnace tune-up, are you ready? $59. That's the entire price. Ready? 720-526-3939. Call now. 720-526-3939 or check them out at fixmyhome.com. Check. So, is there a lawsuit filed or not? That's what I care about.
Apparently there is.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Now,
Why
why would they...
You know what? She did a good job. I'm reading her motion.
Well, apparently they paid an attorney for $1,500 to do something.
Right.
Well,
So, and then
that might have preceded this.
Yes. And then the attorney...
Maybe he ghost wrote this, because this isn't bad.
Okay, the attorney had to back out
Yeah,
because
but-
they do not practice in Colorado.
Is there a court date? That's what I'm really curious about.
Well, this is a...
Would you go have Suzanne get them on?
This
I want
is
to
a
ask
motion to compel arbitration. So let me see what the court order says. I'm reading the motion right now.
So wait a minute. Who?
Go ahead and get them.
So the court issued an order.
Yeah.
And then the lady, the wife, and if she wrote this, she did a good job, said an answer to an order, which converted their motion to dismiss to a motion to compel arbitration. So really, this should be a response. If the judge says everything they found...
So we don't know what the judge ultimately said.
No, but let me see if the order's in here.
I thought the last thing you wanted with a home builder was arbitration. Was it so stacked? Isn't that true, Mark?
Well, they just want the 10 grand back.
Yeah, but usually the arbitration is stacked against the homeowner, right?
You know what? I'm surprised. Most of them have a non-arbitration clause.
Yeah, but didn't the courts, the Supremes just came down and said most of those are bullshit now.
What,
where you have a clause where you
waive.
have to.
Right. That's what I'm saying, because it's so
waive
weighed.
arbitration.
It's so weighed in favor
So
of
even
the home
if they
builder.
had that, I'm saying I don't think that matters anymore.
Well, it can be struck. It can be struck.
What did I miss?
Nothing. Just more of a...
They're following them.
We're just talking about this case.
Like I said, they paid the money, and the attorney, after he paid them, they said they can't practice in Colorado.
Really?
Well, I'll tell you what. That guy should be shot too.
Who?
$1,500 to write a letter.
Well, we don't know if he did a lot of this too, though, Marco.
Actually, you're right. It very well could be. I think it was 1,900.
But even so, what's he doing if he knows that he can't do anything in the state in front of a judge? What the hell's he doing?
I know. So they originally wrote a letter for $41,000 is what they wanted from the builder.
Why?
I said.
Was that triple damages?
No, I said, how'd you come up with that?
Yeah.
He says, well, that's what the lawyer said.
Well, it probably said you $10,000 plus triple damages, which comes to 40 grand, right?
No, 30.
No, but you said 40, right?
Right.
The 10,000.
Are you still representing that kid that fell down the stairs?
Yes.
What?
How's that going?
Yeah.
Can I ask for an update on that?
I don't know what.
He's doing well.
It's just treble.
I mean, the case.
He's doing a little too well. Well, you know what? Yeah, he's I get an update from Carolyn with us.
All right.
And the bad thing is they had the realtor, this might not mean anything to you, Marco, was her daughter, one of the first real estate deals she's done.
What's that?
The realtor who originally put this
Yeah, but the
together
real
was her
estate
daughter.
attorney has nothing to do with this unless if
Nothing.
there's something else they're leaving out.
I just would have thought they could have went after him a little harder, the realtor.
Well, but you know.
So her daughter is Lily Richardson, I'm assuming.
Could be. We didn't even bring her name up. But I'll bet you're right.
Hey, babe, I want to see if we can get the restaurant manager on when I go back to this Tyler on 2. He said the name of the restaurant.
They're probably not open now.
All right, 303-713-8255. We have one line open. In studio, Marco Bendinelli, attorney. We also have Deputy Doc, Deputy Dan running. He's over there running all of our video. You can always check us out on YouTube, Facebook, our own referralist.com, you name it. And in between the show, when we go to radio breaks, you can generally hear us talking about, well, pretty much anything you could ever imagine. And sometimes we use colorful language, but that's generally Deputy Dan. Let's go back to Tyler. Hold on, Suzanne. Get the name of that restaurant, then I'm going to go back to Tyler. So, Tyler, you were working at a restaurant in 2018. You got hurt. You told your manager. He told you to go to urgent care. I assume you went to urgent care. Here we are over a year later, and I assume you have bills that have not been paid?
Yes, that is correct. It's on my credit report. I called in a couple days ago about the Ideal Home Loan, saying it's such a great person.
Oh, that's right.
Same thing. So I'm trying to fix my credit, and this came up on my credit report.
Well, this is interesting. Why did you wait so long? Marco, I don't even care why you waited so long. If we take this guy at face value, he got hurt on the job. What happened after that, though, Tyler? So you went there. I assume you got burned. What happened?
Yeah, so basically it was I hurt my back, and he basically, the doctor said, hey, just relax, you can't do any heavy lifting for the next couple weeks until I clear you to go back to work.
Okay, so did you tell your boss that?
Yes, I told my boss that.
Did he give you anything in writing?
Yeah, anything.
No, and that's the thing. He didn't do. It was all he said, she said. And
did he pay you under the table as well? Were you like a cash employee?
Yes, I was. Well, it wasn't under the table, but it was. So basically, I was a cook that got tips. So I got an hourly wage plus whatever they tipped. So
yeah, but he paid you on a W-2. You would get an actual paycheck with taxes out.
It was a W-2, yes.
Well, honest to God, I'd go after this restaurant. I mean, I don't even – how do you do that, Marco? You can't sue your employer. We're going back a year. He said he put the workman's comp claim in, but apparently it never happened, unless if Tyler is leaving out a big chunk of the story, and that happens all the time.
That the employer notified a division of workers' comp about the injury.
And what happens if they didn't?
Well, now we get into they're either uninsured or not in compliance.
Yeah.
So they're subject to penalties.
What was the name of that restaurant again, Tyler?
Huhot, H-U-H-O-T. But the manager didn't know anything about it. He didn't know anything about where to go, what to do, anything. He was completely clueless on it.
Will they say right now?
That's not necessarily a bad thing.
Will they say right now that it did happen? Do they acknowledge you got hurt at work and they just tell you too bad? What are they going to tell us?
He would notify me that I believe if he's 100% truthful with you,
well,
I don't know.
Do you have the medical record from the urgent care?
Yeah. Do you have anything from the urgent care?
That's the thing. So I called the third party debt collector, right? Because they called me, or I called them, and basically they can't give me any information of what urgent care I went to or
Tyler,
what
stop. You went to the urgent care. Are you saying you don't remember where it was?
So it said on the credit report it says Metro Denver, and I went to a Concentra.
It doesn't
over there in Stapleton.
None of that matters.
You got to go to that Concentra and get your medical record.
Yeah, just walk in there and get it. If you can literally get it, and it has the report of what happened, the guy got hurt at work, whatever you told the doctor is going to be there still. You need to go over and get that.
Oh, okay.
You know, now wait a second. I got to ask this guy a question. Tyler,
and the urgent care
wait a minute. For the life of me, Tyler, why did I have to tell you that? Why wouldn't you simply drive there and get it? I just really want to know.
No, I literally just got off the phone 5 seconds ago, so I didn't know how to move forward.
Yeah, people don't know.
Okay. I didn't, you know what I mean? I'm very...
Tyler, here's what I want you to do.
You're trying to let Tyler off the hook.
I know.
You don't want to let him off the hook.
Tyler, here's what I want you to do. Honestly, no, I want to help Tyler, and here's how we're going to help you. You need to get to that urgent care and get us a copy of that report.
Do you know a health care provider It is illegal in the state of Colorado to bill an injured worker directly.
Yeah, but if he walked in and didn't explain, we don't know until we look at it.
He had to have told them if he told them.
We sure have that assumption, but
he was hurt on the job.
I've heard a lot of stuff in this sitting in this seat,
You're
man.
kidding.
You'd be shocked what I've seen.
Wait, the bottom line, did they or did they not have workers' comp insurance?
We don't even know.
Well, you don't even get there yet.
That's what you need to find
I don't remember
out.
seeing any posters. I don't remember seeing any posters.
Tyler, here's what I need you to do. When can you get us a copy of that? I'm going to give you homework right now. Tyler, you need to get us a copy of that. If you walk in there with your license, you should be able to walk out of there with a copy of it or sometime fairly quick if it's a very large company and they got to send it to you. When you get that, you're going to send it over. I'm going to mark this one for the doc over here. Why? Because he's a doctor. How's that? Doc, this one's yours.
You got it.
It goes from the doctor to the lawyer.
That's right. Until we actually get that
channels.
Shut up. Until we actually get that report, we're not going to do anything. So are you going to get that for us?
Yes.
All right, hold tight. Suzanne, tell them where to email that. Tyler, we have to just spell this out. 1, 2, 3. The ball's in your court now. I think we can all agree. Marco, you do agree.
I agree.
If this plays so, if he gets
just told
this
me to
report,
shut up. I have to agree.
If we get this report, what do we do from there?
Well, we need to see what the report says.
Exactly.
If it says he was hurt at work,
yes,
then
we have all kinds of issues.
Well, you write the health care provider and say, and you quote the statute and say you're not allowed to bill an injured worker. That's number one.
Yep.
Get them off his back. Then you turn the place into the division of work.
You know, I never thought of that. So what you're saying is if someone gets hurt, let's say, I don't know, a construction job,
right?
And they get hurt and they get sent off to the hospital. Let's say it's even worse than that, like an ambulance. You know, they're sent off, broken leg, whatever it is. And the hospital cannot bill them. That's what you're saying?
That's correct.
Wow.
That's a very little known statute.
That's pretty cool. And if they do they face any kind of reprimand?
No, but they have to withdraw their collection efforts immediately.
So then that would also get the collection agency off his ass.
That's right.
All right.
Off his back.
So, well, either or, depending on why he was in the doctor. But here's the cool part could be, too. This could ultimately help him because his main goal is to clear up his credit.
Right.
So
apparently so.
If he actually listens to us, this could be good. 303-713-8255. Chris is back. Chris, go ahead.
Hi. So I'm looking at getting a car.
Yes.
A used car this upcoming weekend.
Okay.
And I know I always hear you guys say to take it to a third-party mechanic and get it checked out.
Yes.
Is that how do you go about doing that? You just ask?
Well, where are you looking at purchasing the car? There's numerous ways to do it. Chris?
So you're purchasing the car. Hello?
Yeah, I'm losing you, man. So keep talking into the phone. Where are you purchasing the car?
I don't have a place yet.
No, I mean Denver, Colorado Springs, where roughly?
I'm looking at both areas.
Okay, so there's a couple different ways. If you're Denver Metro, we have a couple places on the referral list that will meet you. They're actually auto MDs and SOS inspections. Either of them will come out, and for $100, $200, whatever it is, they'll give you a full report wherever you want to meet them. They'll show up. So they could even do it at the dealership for that matter, and then they'll give you some ammo right there and then to, try to get the price down. The other thing you can do is we have a ton of great shops. Most of the shops, like Pro Auto Care, Sheridan Auto Tech, or in Colorado Springs, Honest Accurate, these guys for generally around $100. The benefit to going to a shop is they're going to be able to lift it up off the air, although Norris and Adams and the guys that run these mobiles are pretty good at what they do. But at least the shop can get it up on the lift. But either way, these guys will help you out and give you ammunition to try to get the price down. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now, if one of these, if where you want to purchase it won't let you bring it somewhere or won't let someone come and look at it, don't even think about buying it from them.
Makes sense.
You got any other questions? What kind of car are you looking at?
I'm actually looking at like a Honda Odyssey.
Like what year?
Like 2012 newer.
Okay, how many miles is your threshold?
I'm trying to keep it under 100,000.
All right, hold on. I want to talk to you after this. I want to say something to you. 303-713-8255. We have one line open. 303 Martino. We're going to go talk to Hardy, too, on that builder that took 10 grand and try to get to the bottom of that. You've been reading that stuff.
I have some specific questions.
You're outraged, aren't you?
Well, we're gonna find out. I'm
digging through this stuff is crazy.
I have my anger at bay right now because I have a question.
You look at bay.
You know what? I fish in the bay.
Hang tight.
Hey, Marco, what part of New York you from?
I'm from Pittsburgh.
Just kidding.
And I'm flying back this weekend.
Hold on, guys. By Clint Eastwood. Is there a new Clint Eastwood movie?
Yeah.
I have never. That is the oddest thing I ever heard.
Richard Jewell.
This traffic report is brought to you by Clint Eastwood's Jewel.
It's supposed to got great. Richard Jewell. It got great reviews. You know what it's about?
Yeah, it's
about a true story.
Yeah, it's about that guy in the Atlanta Olympics.
60. Long.
Are we off?
He's ready to go on. No, we're up.
It's about that. Remember the guy who found the bomb?
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm right at. Oh, they're saying what it is now. It's
Yeah.
about the bombing.
And remember?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
It got great reviews.
All right, windows, siding, doors, and more. K&H has what you're looking for. Yes. These guys are wonderful. You know what I love about them? Listen to this. 2019 Energy Star Partner of the Year. And 5 years ago, they were that as well. This month, 35% off entry doors. You have to mention this show, mention Tom Martino, mention the Troubleshooter show, and you'll get an extra 10%. That's up to 45% off. New siding or windows, entry doors. They have great financing available, too. In fact, you'd be shocked if you haven't replaced your windows. Over time, these things break down. They can leak. You can actually get tests done to see how much of your heat or AC you're losing. These guys are great, though. Durable, energy efficient, beautiful, custom fit windows. K&H, just call them for a free quote. They'll come out, one of their sales guys. They'll look at your siding, your windows, your entry door. They'll give you a great price and up to 45% off right now. 303-421-7100. 303-421-7100.
So remember, he thought he found the bomb. He got
No, hold on. Yeah. What are we talking? Which one?
Richard Jewell.
No, but what bombing was it?
In the Olympic Park in Atlanta.
It was in the trash can. Or
Well,
is that
it
a
wasn't.
different one?
No, he saw a backpack. He thought it was a bomb. He had a whole bunch of people out. The bomb went off, only killed one person.
I got it. He saved all their lives. Basically.
Then they thought he was the one.
Yeah.
And they thought because
he saw it.
No, because he was a loner, lived with his mom. He was a cop wannabe.
Oh, he was.
They fucked up his life.
He fit the profile.
They fucked up his life, and then they found out who the real bomber was, and it was too late. The guy's life was totally fucked up.
Until this movie was made.
Well, but he died at 42.
He sued him.
Yeah, but he died at 42 of a heart attack.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he died very young of a heart attack, and they have.
You got some pointed questions for him?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. He's hard to get through. I mean, he's.
The lady seems more.
We'll do it on air. Calm down.
I'll cipher.
Let's bring it to a low humble.
What?
Anyway, the movie got great reviews.
Did you ride your bike out?
I didn't know he died.
Yeah.
Is it?
Because
it's pretty nice.
He did win a lawsuit.
Listen, I look at the weather.
Well, all the news programs had him
huge,
as the bomber.
That's probably one of the largest bikes I've seen once everything's on it.
Well, they have a clip of Tom Brokaw
What's the furthest you went?
saying that he was the bomber.
I flew down to Houston. Took me 3 days to get back.
See, if you're from New York, it's Houston Street. It's not Houston Street. Isn't that weird?
What's that?
If you live in New York, it's Houston Street. It's the weirdest thing.
Houston. Yeah.
Yeah, no one calls it Houston Street.
Really?
Yeah.
So I decided yesterday.
Really?
When
So
the
they say
Steelers
Houston,
beat
Texas?
Arizona.
No, they just say Houston
So
Street.
fly to Pittsburgh this weekend. I'm leaving Friday. I'm gonna
Where are
catch
you
the
going?
game.
Where is it?
In the field, Pittsburgh. They're playing the Buffalo Bills.
Pittsburgh's a hellhole.
Oh, that's going to be one heck of a game.
And they flexed it.
Why?
So they-
What? When or what?
Oh, Buffalo's
it's
tough.
Well, and
You mean but nothing's
huge
on the line?
Huge playoff implications.
For Pittsburgh to actually make it?
Yeah.
Who's their quarterback now that he's hurt? Roethlisberger.
The Duck.
He's doing great, isn't he?
The Duck.
You think this guy will?
Do you know why they call him the Duck? He's like the third string quarterback.
Yeah, I know.
He was like an undrafted free agent.
What's his name?
Walk on. Delvin Hodges.
Do you think?
Hodges, right?
Do you think they'll bring Ben back?
Oh yeah, Ben's out for a year with elbow surgery.
Yeah, but I mean, God, he's so old.
You know what? You know what? With his defense,
He makes
All
you
these
look like
guys.
a spring chicken.
no
But, you know,
way.
all these guys, Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Ben Roethlisberger, there's a whole bunch of them that are late 30s.
Philip Rogers.
Philip Rogers.
Rivers
Ben's
getting up
taking
there.
some
Yeah.
big hits, though.
Right.
He's taking some big hits.
Yeah.
And Brady's not looking
Were
like
you
the Brady
talking to
of
me?
old.
Yeah, I was talking to
He's
you.
tough, though. Ben was
I
tough.
wonder how you got such a good wife, Mark. Huh? What'd you do right?
You ever seen him with his clothes off? He's hung like a horse, that's all.
It's a small horse.
Yeah, it's a pony. It's a pony.
How long did you have to keep records, Doc?
7 years to
Don't
OB.
tell me now. Wait till we're on the air.
Okay, I'll tell you. When I moved, I got rid of 330 boxes of charts. 330 fucking
I
boxes.
bet you that felt good.
Dan, are we playing racquetball tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Hey, don't tell me now. Wait till we're back on the air.
I want to know who wins. It doesn't matter. You both sweat.
That's right. We love to sweat.
That's right.
It's
Yeah,
crazy,
keep moving.
man. I'll tell you what's been kicking my ass is yoga. All right, 303-713-8255. We have one line open. If you're new to the show, I'm going to repeat. If you've been ripped off or taken advantage of, really, this is the show for you. That's really what we're here for. You know, Tommy Boy started this saying, oh, my goodness, almost 40 years ago right here in Denver, on radio, television, you name it, over $200 million in cash, merchandise, exchanges, and refunds directly due to the show. That's more than most attorneys will get in judgments ever. Now, listen, I've got a great attorney next to me, Marco Bendinelli. $200 million. Can you put the Bendinelli law firm, as far as money earned, money taken in, money settled, judgments, all of it put together, can you beat $200 million? I don't even want to know.
You know what? I'd have to do the math.
Yeah.
I would say
it's a lot.
I'd say $100 million.
That's crazy. I know you guys are a big time deal. My favorite one you did was that it was either UPS or FedEx, some delivery truck, or maybe it was a rental like a U-Haul.
It was a rental truck.
The guy pulled out, imagine these. You know, Doc, when you load up from a dolly and you go up the ramp into the back of a truck like a U-Haul or a Ryder, you pull the ramp out. This guy was pulling the ramp out. The hooks didn't hook, and the thing messed him up big time. How much did you settle that one?
Well, they offered us $75,000.
75.
They brought in the lawyers from Chicago and New York.
They brought in all the big
truck
guns.
rental.
Yeah.
Which is owned by Avis.
Yeah.
In 179 countries.
Yes.
And they
so you
said,
told them to pound sand on the 75.
Well, they said, we're budget. We're budget.
Yeah, we're big.
Who are you, Mr. Bendinelli?
Yeah. So who are you? What'd you tell them?
I said, you know, when we get to trial, I get to talk too.
Yeah.
And I said, we're not interested in your $75,000. And they were very upset when we got a verdict of
don't say what it is.
I didn't say what it was.
I was going to do a tease.
All right, go ahead. Do the tease.
So we're going to find out how much you got him. Just calm down.
Okay, right after the break.
No, well, not even maybe at some point.
You got to keep the listeners listening.
That's what I'm saying. Just calm down there, Marco. Calm down. Chris, I wanted to get back to you. This car checkout, I want you to understand something. You're going to buy a used car. You're looking at like a 2011-12 Odyssey, which, if I recall, is a Honda minivan. None of that really matters to me, but when I asked what you thought about mileage and what was acceptable, you said 100,000. So I want you to go into this without blinders eyes. I don't care what vehicle it is. You know, at some point, you're going to have to do the timing belt, and if it does break, you're going to be in a lot of trouble there. You're going to do brakes. You're going to end up needing a transmission. There's going to be a lot of money to put into that vehicle. You might reconsider buying something with a little less mileage, man.
Right. I mean, ideally, I'm looking for something more like 50,000, but I think my top threshold that I could.
What's your budget?
Price is right. About 10, 15 grand.
Oh, man, you can buy lots of stuff. Do me a favor. Go to Blinker.com. Blinker.com, download the app and see what's local. These guys will only sell stuff that's decent. And just do that, man. The other place you can check out is any of the Deal and Doug locations I like. And if there is an issue, I know one of the GMs at Colorado Springs Dodge. These guys treat their customers right. And then McDonald Hyundai are great people, too. Just go somewhere, but your budget's fine. You're going to find something. 11 or 12 with 50 or 60,000 miles is not going to be that big of a stretch, man. Got it?
Right.
And get it checked out. You called up and you said, hey, I hear you guys talk about this all the time. It's probably the number one call we get is I just bought this car as is, and it needs a transmission. It needs an engine. They told me it was a great car. It wasn't a great car. That's our number one call. Don't fall. Don't.
End up there.
You got it. All right, later, Gator. Thank you, Chris. One line open. 303-713-8255. You ever got ripped off on a car deal, Doc?
No, I always buy them new.
Yeah, I pretty much always buy new, too, and I sell them while they still have the full manufacturer's warranty. They're very easy to sell. Yep. I mean, very easy to sell, and still for a premium.
This guy could probably buy a new Hyundai for $15,000.
Well, I'd say better than that. He could buy something similar to that, either in the Kia line or the Hyundai line, for maybe around 2022, but he's going to have zero maintenance. And his monthly purchase or his monthly payment on something that's a $5,000 or $6,000 loan is going to be nothing. I mean, it's going to be $100 a month. I personally think he'd be a lot better. Now, Tyler, you're back. You called in. You were at a restaurant. You had a workman's comp issue. We gave you homework. Tell me you already drove down there and you've got your medical records.
I have the worst luck, Tom. Or I'm sorry, Mark.
You're fine. Go ahead.
Basically, if it rained money, I get hit with bags of change. That's basically my
That's
luck.
pretty good. I like that.
Okay.
Dan, write that down. I coined that phrase.
But so I try to figure out which one I went to.
Yeah.
On Google.
Yes.
And they're permanently closed.
What's it called? What was it called?
It's Metro Urgent Care on Quebec Street.
So, Doc, what happens if, whether it's a private practice, was it owned by a big company? What's it called again? Metro Urgent Care?
I have no idea.
I thought you told me it was something like...
almost like Centura, but not.
Yeah, like Centria.
Centra.
Centra. Now, okay, well, hold on a second. When they call you from the collection company, this is why they can't send them any other info, which is... actually, this is kind of strange within itself, but we got to find out, Doc, let's say it was a private one-off deal and the guy retired, closed down, they went out of business. Don't they have to keep medical records for a certain amount of time?
They got to keep it for 7 years.
So what happens if you shut down a practice? Where do they go?
You have to put them in storage. They have to be available, and he has to be able to get access to his records for 7 years.
He has to. That's just it.
That's the law.
So what would you suggest this guy does to track down his records at this point?
Well, I would find out who it is that is saying he owes them money. If it's a corporation, the collection agency has to tell him who it is that he owes money.
What does on your actual credit report, Tyler, who does it say? It'll have the collection agency, but it should also say who the original creditor was.
So it says... let's see.
Was that Centura? I know it wasn't Centura, but Suzanne's right. It sounded similar. Or you're pronouncing it wrong.
It says medical payments. That's all. It says medical payments.
They just bought the debt. That's not going to be up.
But they have to have the record.
There still has to be an original
or else
creditor.
They can't win in court.
Well, of course they're not, but they try to blackmail you with these credit reports.
So whenever I
Deputy
called
Dan,
in, they
figure
said
out.
that,
No, I want to show everybody. I kid about Deputy Dan all the time. He's easy to kid about. He's an engineer. I mean, do the math. Here's what I'd like you to do. Please figure out where he can get his records and do it over this break, okay? Or at least figure out, Deputy Dan, if they just closed down one location and there's a bunch more, see what you can figure out.
They all went down.
They all went down.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. How do we find out where these records are stored, Doc?
He's going to have to call the collection agency, right?
The collection agency's not, well, here's the problem. The collection agency isn't giving them any information because apparently they can't get it. This is crazy.
They
Maybe
gave me
we
the name
fight
of the
this.
company and that's it.
Maybe we fight this from a different. Maybe we don't even mess around with this. Maybe we simply fight this directly with the creditor, because if he can't get the information, how would they possibly ever? Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm going to pick Marco's brain over the break.
Collection agency has to have the original
Exactly.
bill for services
Right.
and the services.
Right.
Who? The collection. Even if they bought the debt, they still got to have that.
Exactly.
Or else the debt's worthless. They can't collect on it.
So Metro Urgent Care clinics closed abruptly August 18th.
Of this year? Okay, but they still have to have.
How do you close abruptly?
State investigating unpaid wage claims.
Hey, babe, can you print out that Patrick with Colorado's Best Governors sent us that email? I think you forwarded it to me. Can you print out that contract for me?
They're making 401k contributions.
Don't they have to, if they're in Colorado, don't they have to have something with the Secretary of State?
Hold on, guys.
Who owns the company?
You know, Denver trial lawyers, listen to this, they have tried more than 100 times with juries, awarding some of the largest verdicts in Colorado. Listen to this, $70 million for a birth injury, $22 million for medical malpractice, $5 million for sexual assault. If you have been injured, and it could be by an employee, it could be by virtually anybody out there, a doctor in a hospital, anybody. You ready for this? DenverTrialLawyers.com. DenverTrialLawyers.com.
And you want me not to kill you?
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying.
Hey, Dan.
I gotta pay bills, boy.
Dan, don't they have to be registered with the Secretary of State as a DBA Metro?
You're big, man. You know the
here.
size of that.
I know Steve.
Yeah. Actually, Steve knows you. Him and I discussed you one day. All good.
He thinks I'm crazy.
No, he doesn't. No.
Well, he thinks I'm...
He might think you're crazy, but
I mean,
he knows you're a good attorney, so I don't know what matters.
Well,
people think Dan's crazy. I don't.
Finish.
People think
Call
the doctor will lie.
720-895-0500. We're the home of one of the fastest growing loans in Colorado, the Asset Manager. More Coloradans are switching to this loan than any other. Why? It allows you to pay thousands less in interest, have lower
but he's a
payments,
cranker,
access
man.
your equity for 30
how many cases do you think? How many cases do you think they do each month over at Strong Arm?
Listen.
1,000 income?
I thought
we
you
have
took
about 500 or
5,000.
600 open cases.
It took him
I know, I saw your board.
It took him 2 years
Well,
to
no,
pay
I mean,
my girlfriend.
open.
No, I know.
Not just set for trial.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Which is a lot.
Yeah.
Right? I heard Frank Azar has like 5,000.
Yeah, at any given point. But he also takes a lot of stuff that's 10, 15 grand. Or minimum on car, 25 grand in insurance. I know you will too, but that's not your bread and butter.
He's a settler.
You know Frank, right?
Frank Azar's never been to Frank Azar's never tried a case.
No, I bet he's tried one. I don't know if it's true or not.
I'll get you the jury verdict report. What's up, Suzanne?
How you
I was
doing?
asking Mark how he got so lucky. He avoided the question.
Like he usually does.
You know.
So here's the smaller print of it, but I think that's easier to read.
I'll get you the jury verdict reporter on Frank Azar.
Sally
Gilbert. Steve and Sally Gilbert run the jury verdict report for the state of Colorado.
So it says
Frank Azar's never tried a case.
Yeah.
UC Extra Services Colorado is what it says was the original.
I shouldn't say that. You say we're on the air?
Yeah, we're on YouTube and
Okay, I don't believe Frank Azar's ever tried a case. I'm going to amend that.
Yeah, I don't know. I can tell you this, he's a good businessman.
We'll talk off the air.
It's hard to find someone. I don't care if it's a doctor. I know I already asked you this, but a lot of professionals, like engineers, for example, they're good at what they do. I mean,
Right.
some of them.
No, you're right.
But they're not going to run the business.
Right. It takes some unique skills, and you don't even know whether you have them or not until you start practicing.
Yeah.
You know. So.
I told you. So I thought it was pretty simple running a business. You treat your employees like people. You pay them well.
Yeah, but you went through certain hoops that most people don't get. One, you figured out how to do payroll. Two, you figured out what taxes you had to collect.
That's the kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
You figured out how to bill insurance. You went through all the hoops.
That's
Right.
Most people don't have that intellect to do that.
Or the desire. Or even,
well, that's right, or the desire.
Yeah. I told you what I did, Marco. I paid my girls a salary, and they gave them.
That
I
sounds
gave them.
sexist.
Yeah.
You know,
That sounds sexist.
One day a week off
I'm
with
not
pay.
a sexist. I was just born in the 50s.
I I paid them for 5
That'd
days.
make a great T-shirt.
Yeah.
That would make a great T-shirt. Trademark that for me,
Right.
Dan. Write that
Oh,
down.
yeah, right. Yeah, steal it, then trademark it.
It's amazing.
That's a good idea.
You know, it's amazing how many original ideas he comes up with every day.
I know.
Every single
Every day.
It's amazing. The more he talks to people,
Right.
the more original ideas he has. Anyway, no, you could trademark that, but it's true. But anyway, go ahead. So you paid your girl.
I paid them for 5 days a week.
Your workers.
Your employees.
I gave each one of them a day off with pay, so that they get their hair done, they go to the nail, they take their kids to the dentist. They never took off a day when they weren't supposed to.
Right.
We had no sick leave policy. If they were sick, they didn't come in. We didn't count days sick.
That's true.
We treated them like real people, and they didn't leave. We have 15, 16 years without turnover in the medical office.
There's a new book
It's amazing.
out. There's a new book out, and it says something. My son wants me to read it. He said something like, "People think customers come first. Wrong.
Employees
come first."
Right, because
makes
then
sense.
because then
your
they treat the
employees, you're not
customers.
gonna have any customers.
Right.
That's right.
But you pay them well, you treat them well.
Your wife comes first, though.
We got you know. Oh, you know what? That's a little play on words there, Mark, isn't it? Anyway.
It took you a second.
Well, you know what? I mean, it's
It's still over Dan's head. Did you get that? Your wife comes first?
Oh, my goodness. All right, so I want you to say that on the air. I probably will.
I probably have. 303-713-8255. You got to listen during the breaks. Everybody here thinks you're a comedian, so here I am. I'm sitting next to a doctor, deputy doc, an attorney, Marco Bendinelli, an engineer, Deputy Dan. So it's I'm around.
You're the funniest guy in the room.
Well, I definitely am. And
he makes more than all of us put together.
Well, we're not going to get into that. But the funny part is, I'm just a humble boy from New Jersey. That's it. That's it. I don't have to.
We used to vacation
I don't have to
in New
flaunt
Jersey.
any little diplomas up on the wall.
We used to drive to Wildwood, New Jersey when we lived in the projects in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Oh, man.
That was like our big vacation.
You know, Wildwood, I spent 2 or 3 summers there, man. Wildwood, New Jersey. I had a lot of wild times.
And we could talk about them at the break.
That's funny you've been there. I literally spent 2 summers there.
Yeah, every
first
summer
time
we would
ever
drive.
kind of away from my
parents would save all year. We would drive, and that was our week. Wildwood, New Jersey.
Yeah, Nathan's.
You know, like there would be like 3 or 4 cars caravanning.
What was
like
the little hamburgers?
My uncles and my aunts.
White Castle.
I don't remember, but
they were all
we
right
stayed
there.
About 4 blocks off the beach.
Yeah.
4th floor, no air conditioning. You know, but back then I had no idea that we were like kind of, you know, just getting in by the skin of our teeth. But because it was fun.
All right, what do we do with Tyler though, Marco? This place is shut down. We got to figure out these records. The reason I say maybe we need to battle this on a separate front or a different front. Tyler is this. You're just trying to get your credit score taken care of, right?
Right, exactly.
What is the name of the company that is coming after you right now that marked your credit report that you said can't even provide any information?
So it is called the Medical Payment Data. That's it. That's all.
And do you have their phone number?
Yes, I do.
Here's what I want to do.
I have a phone number, and they gave me an account number on the credit report as
Send us that information because I want to put Deputy Clinton on that. He's pretty good at this stuff. I want him to be able to contact them. You're going to have to be on the phone, though. in order to give permission to talk to. And let's figure out what they have or what they don't have and how we can make this go away. Because trying to find your medical records ultimately, well, the nice part about that, though, like Marco says, if that record says that this was from an employee getting hurt on the job, they got to get rid of it.
That's right. But you know what? What I think is, and I could be wrong about this because I'm not a collection attorney, but I believe even if they sold the debt, right?
Yeah.
And this is just some third-party company trying to collect.
Yeah.
The third-party company has to have the original bill and the original record.
Marco, you're talking what they're supposed to have. These people blackmail people all the time.
Chris got to ask for it.
He did. When you asked for the actual paperwork, what did they tell you, Tyler?
They said that they didn't know, they didn't know anything. I said, so can I find out? Does it tell you who it's from or what it's about? Because I have no idea what this is about.
So you're saying when we call up, you're saying when Deputy Clint calls up with you, they're going to basically say we don't have any of this information. That's what you're thinking.
All the information that they gave me was it was a metro at Denver, and the lady was like, that's all that it's showing right now.
They have to have the backup data. If they don't have the backup data, you sue them. They show up, and they can't prove the debt.
Hold on a second.
And then that's a violation.
Tyler, you need to send us over that information.
That's a violation of Fair Credit Reporting
Suzanne,
Act.
give him my direct email. Listen, we're going to have 2 lines open. Let me get that out right now. 303-MARTINO, 303-713-8255. Patrick's got a problem with Colorado's Best Roofing. We're going to go to that after the break, and then we're going to talk to Hardy, where the builder took $10,000, and then we're also going to try to get Tom up. Let's see if that equipment we can get working and get Martino to open up the next hour. Let's see if we can't figure that out. I'd love to do that, and we'll see how that works. Now, Marco, I need to say something to you.
Go ahead.
You're a great guy. You fight for people, and your jury verdicts and your awards and everything prove that. But one thing that I will say,
and you didn't ask me what the verdict was. You made all these listeners.
Doesn't matter. We'll talk to you. It doesn't matter. Tyler is in a predicament that a lot of people find themselves in. You just say you're an attorney. You simply say sue him. The problem actually bringing a lawsuit against a creditor for credit defamation is horrible. And here's why it's horrible.
I agree.
Most people don't have the money to do it. And generally it's in federal court. Think of how much that takes.
Well, I mean, that's true. I mean, you got to have the gumption,
and then
the sophistication, even if you bring it in.
Are you going to take, would you take it on? Of course not. There's no money behind it. He's trying to get something off his credit report. And these scumbags for these credit companies know that. They know they can sit there and basically blackmail these poor guys, no matter if they're supposed to do it or not. Everybody hang tight. I'm fired up. We've got hours to come.
We got a class action brewing.
My name's Mark Major, and this is the Troubleshooter Network.
So, Mark, let me ask you a question. Can you go to small claims court with this stuff?
You didn't ask how much it was.
You can't represent, in small claims court, you're not allowed to be represented by a lawyer.
No, but if you go to small claims court, I do this volunteer stuff on Friday at AARP with scams and ripoffs and stuff.
Really? How often? Every Friday?
Every Friday. Every Friday.
Is it called Fraud Fighters?
It's called the AARP Fraud Watch Network. And so I tell people
Who sponsors it?
It's AARP.
Lots of people.
No, AARP does it. It's a free service. Anybody can call up. So we deal with scams and ripoffs and all that kind of stuff. But the point is, I tell people, go to small claims court. 2 things: prove to me that I owe the debt, and prove to me that I owe the debt to you. I send them a letter.
Oh, that's good.
I said, send the collection agency a
letter. You got to get the assignment, too, even if they got the underlying paperwork.
Right. You say,
he can hear me now and there, but I can't hear him.
Tyler, how much it is?
No, I tell him, send a letter to the collection agency.
He's old.
Certified mail. Prove to me that I owe the debt, and prove to me that I owe it to you. And 99 times out of 100, they'll stop calling you.
And then the last sentence, if you don't, remove it from my credit report immediately.
Right. And 99 times out of 100, they'll go away because it's not worth their time, right?
Right. Well, I mean, if they have it, they'll provide it.
Right. But a lot of times it's not worth their trouble to do it.
Hey, Daphne. Daphne.
We're talking about.
You talked to the guy.
I don't know how much this was.
Roofing or whatever. I'd like to know what he said. Come up if you can.
I don't know.
3,000? Was it?
Hey, you have a roofer that you
what do you need done?
Yeah, done.
No, because I got someone wants advertising.
Oh,
We got a
God.
bunch of roofers.
He's really good.
I'm not doing any more roofing companies, and Tom's not.
Okay.
We've got great roofers that have been with us. Like Excel Roofing has been with us forever, man.
And now you got.
You're gonna let me sponsor.
We're gonna talk.
Jeez.
I tried to get you to go to dinner, but you're like, nah, I can't.
I'm not hungry.
Can't, not hungry. I live in Northland or wherever I live.
Yeah, Northland.
He probably wanted you. He wanted you to drive to Castle Rock to get a.
No, Frank.
Colorado Springs.
Hey, so you know what? Did you know what White? You know White Castle started the whole hamburger business? Because this is a true story.
That started in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but right after that book came out, The Jungle by Sinclair Lewis, nobody was eating hamburger meat because of what he wrote about it. So the guys at White
So
Castle.
he's bringing in the hour, right?
So the guys at White Castle opened up this hamburger place. Everything was white. They had the people dressed in white coats. They made it look like they were doctors, and it was pure. And so people started eating hamburgers again, and that got the whole hamburger industry in the United States started. Because these guys were smart enough to make everybody look like it was pure.
I didn't know that's what White Castle was about.
Yeah.
But it makes sense.
But the Jungle, that was way back in the 20s or something.
Well, that's when White Castle started. Nobody was eating hamburgers.
I'm about to have more fun than a guy ought to have.
Nobody was eating hamburgers back then because of the thing about the meat packing.
Oh, you're gonna have a grand.
I come back, I go snowmobiling up in Steamboat for 3 or 4 days. Then we have our Christmas party on the 21st.
Where's that?
Down at Lava Jack.
Wichita.
Where's that?
Yeah, Wichita, right.
By your place.
No, downtown. I rented the whole venue.
What's it called?
Come. You and Suzanne should come.
What is it called?
Lava Jacks. You never heard of Lava Jacks?
No, man. I live in Franktown, man. I know where the
Franktown?
stagecoach is.
Where's Franktown?
You couldn't afford to live there.
Listen, where's Franktown? Like, what's that? Is that the real Wild Wild West?
Our population's it's like 512 people.
Where is it?
It's barely east of Castle Rock.
Oh, okay. Listen, it's the 21st. You and Suzanne should
Send
come.
it to Suzanne. She does all that.
I mean, if you want to come.
That's not what I'm
it's
saying.
not like obligatory.
I'd love to come.
If
I'd
you want
love
to come and have
if
some
I
fun
can come.
and drink and dance, we got Soul School doing a private set for us.
Who is it?
Soul School. It's a big.
Any
What's it called?
possibility of getting Metallica last minute?
You know what? Look, you can't dance to Macau.
Was it live at Jack's?
Yeah, live at Jack's.
The seafood place?
No, down right on 16th Street.
I know. He says it like we know what it is.
Like in the Denver.
It's
Pavilion.
someplace attorneys hang.
I know Jack's, the seafood place.
Okay, you know where Maggiano's.
He's having it at Red Lobster.
Yeah, I know Maggiano's downtown.
Maggiano's.
Yeah.
And you know that's in the Denver Pavilion. So there's
Right,
floors
right.
above there. Well, Lava Jack's on the third floor, right above Maggiano's.
Okay.
You ever been to Maggiano's?
Love
Am I
Maggiano's.
saying it right?
Love
Maggiano's.
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 Just there last week.
Really?
Yeah.
Downtown Denver.
No, Tech
The
Center.
one at Tech Center.
Okay.
I don't go downtown, man, unless I have to.
It's right on the 16th Street Mall.
Oh, it's right in the mall?
Right.
Yeah, you
There
park
are
at
a lot of
15th
homeless
and-
down there.
No, you park at 15th and Glen.
Let me ask you, is anybody going to ask me for money while I'm there?
I mean, I will.
By the way, there's a cover charge for our Christmas party.
No, you know that's right. It's only $30.
I found the best thing when you go to the theater.
You can free up Tyler. I'm done with him.
Ask him how much it was, though. Ask him how much the bill was.
You better ask me what my verdict was.
Yeah, because Deputy Clint, it needs to go to Clint.
Well, Clint ain't here.
He's on the list.
He's coming on. Yeah, what did he say, though? Give me a little heads up.
I said, hey, there's going
And
to
he
be
said
a
he'd
call.
come on?
And he goes, oh, yeah, I want the opportunity to.
Perfect.
Is this the Colorado roofing guy?
You're welcome to sit up here.
Yeah, I'm just doing some stuff for Tom.
I'm just doing some stuff.
Be careful.
I was scared.
There's too
I
much
was scared.
too much
I like
testosterone in
coming
this
up
room.
here and
Hey,
being on the show.
so, hold on, Marco.
Yeah.
Is it stewardess or flight attendant?
Flight attendant.
It used to be stewardess.
That's right. And is there any problem with stewardess?
It implies good-looking young females. And so now...
What is that? Some
you gotta
kind
be
of
so damn
insult?
politically
What is that? Some
correct.
kind of insult?
You know what? I'm just saying. Now they're flight attendants.
No.
I just broke up with a flight attendant.
I lived with a flight attendant.
I lived with her for a while also.
Who would have ever guessed that?
I was a flight attendant. And the thing is
She
it
had hair
changed
down
to
to
flight
her butt.
attendant
Right.
when we became trained to save somebody's life
Well,
and
you know
to
what?
evacuate
Look,
the aircraft.
but it's always, but it was always like that. You still had to know CPR and stuff like that.
Not
right?
back in the day when they first started.
No?
They were just sky goddesses.
No, they didn't want a
They
woman
just
doing
they
it.
were
Just
waitresses.
sky goddesses?
Yeah, they were just waitresses in
Nobody
the air.
knew CPR
They
back
had to
in.
wear girdles. Yeah, they didn't even know
They
CPR.
didn't know what CPR was back.
Yeah.
Well, you were probably flying those
Say that
four
like it's a bad
trimotors,
thing.
right? Were you
Yeah.
flying the 4 trimotors back in the 30s?
Me? Not that freaking old. No way. I'll be up in a couple of minutes.
See ya.
We had a little argument here.
What's that?
We had a little argument via text message.
So that guy, as far as Tyler, he must have not even put the company down that he got hurt at.
Yeah.
So it's I don't
That's
know.
all.
Did you hear Ross today? He's got a Rembrandt.
No way. Really?
A Rembrandt sketch is what he said.
Oh, okay.
But
Sure, it's still
it
worth
sounds like it's worth about $100.
Wow.
He said, well, it's not. He goes, it's not 5 digits, but it's 4. Oh my God, he sounds far away.
Is he on?
Is that how I sound?
Actually, I'll just say it right there. Mark's in the studio. I'm elsewhere at an undisclosed location in the Witness Protection Program, and therefore, no one can kill me.
I'll send Marco.
We can hear you.
Marco's my protection, and basically, Deputy doxed my cut man if people cut me, and then I'm just hiding out. So, I just wanted to mention something. This thing about roofing is getting out of hand.
It is.
Just this morning, I got a call, and here's what she said. The guy came to the door, signed her up at the door, took her first insurance check for $18,000. I'm not going to mention her name. They say they're working on it right now. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt that the company will come through. They took that money in October. Nothing done. Zero done since then. And they told her it was customary to give the first check. How many times do we have to say the same thing over and over and over and over? First of all, it would be best to give nothing till the job's done. That's what Excel Roofing does and a lot of good roofers. I don't mind if you pay when materials are delivered or when work begins. You pay by as you go. But here's the deal. You never, ever, ever, ever give the entire first check to any roofer anywhere, no matter who they are, period. And I'm so tired of these guys. I mean, can you believe people do that? They don't know anything about the company. They don't know anything about the person. They give their entire insurance check over.
Why do you think that, though, Tom? Let me cut you
I
off
don't
there.
know.
Why do they do that
God.
every single
Well,
day?
One thing, you know what, one reason? Because it's not their money, technically. It's like found money. They just have it, so it doesn't have value to them. If they had to take out money from their pocket and pay it over, I think that would mean more than the insurance check. What people also don't realize, I talked to another person, a guy who thought if things went south, that they would be able to get another check from the insurance company. It doesn't work that way. That money's paid to you. They've done their obligation. If this roofer doesn't come through, you're screwed. So we got to talk about that. That is the number one problem with roofers. They take the money and never show up again, or they put you at the back of the list to find more people to pay you money. And I don't know, is Patrick, is he calling about a roofer or just a general member? Gloria, let's talk to Gloria about her roofing. Gloria. What's going on with you now? At least from what I can see, at least you have a roof. Is that right?
I had a roof
Gloria?
installed. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm here.
Okay, so what's going on?
Okay, so they installed the roof, and the inspection went through for the mid-roof. Then at the end, the project, another inspection, they did an inspection and they approved it, but then they retracted it. Now I've had the city of Louisville, I live in Louisville,
Yes.
I had him come out last month because in the meantime, I had another company who is certified. Well, they've taken all the tests to install the roof I have. I have a Grand Manor, the CertainTeed
Why did they rescind? I don't understand this. I never heard of that before. Why did they approve it and then say later, no, we've changed our mind?
Oh, because first of all, it was somebody who they just hire, during the summer, because they need people. He's not on their payroll. You know, they have a subcontractor, I guess. He's not on the pay. He's not part of the Louisville team. They just hire him when they need extra people. Okay, so then they rescinded it because work needed to be done. My roof is a mess. I got to tell you. It's a mess.
Where does this stand today, Gloria? Basically, what needs to be done, and is the roofer refusing to do it?
Okay, this is where we're at right now. The roofer is supposed to be working with my insurance company to resolve this problem, but while he's working with my insurance company, he is his attorney is sending me letters that I owe them money because you know how you have to sign the paper that you will pay them the insurance money. So
well, no, you don't have to. We were just Gloria, you may have signed that, but that's not normally how it's done. Normally how it's done is you pay as you go. Normally, you pay, what we prefer is you pay nothing. Okay, well you do owe something unless this roof has to be completely redone, you do owe something. I mean, it's only reasonable to collect something, but are you suspecting the entire roof needs to be redone?
The inspector came out and said to me, okay, so when they do inspections, they don't get on the roof. What they do is they drive by and look at it.
Gloria, what did they say, though?
So then, wait a minute. So then I had the person, the inspector from Louisville, come out. He asked me if I had a ladder. I put it up for him. He went on.
But Gloria, I understand this. What Mark just asked a question. What needs to be done, period? Is it at least salvageable, or are you saying you got zero value?
If I had if I needed the warranty on my roof to be good, it's not. The inspector told me when he came out it would cost more to fix the problems than to replace it.
Oh. Now, Gloria, if that's true, you're right not to pay something. So the inspector is basically telling you this roof is valueless. It has no value. You owe them nothing. This is going to be a big problem. We had this happen once before with a company, I-25 Roofing, and because they had a good attorney, they outwitted this person in court. She lost and got a judgment. Mark, it doesn't matter who's right and wrong. It's how you present your case. You know that. You were there.
What is so wrong with the roof, though? The entire thing needs to be replaced. That's where I'm lost, Gloria. What are they saying? What did the actual inspector tell you?
Okay. So first, they installed it in February. The shingles have not, some of the shingles have not, many of the shingles have not sealed. Why? Because the nails are under, what is it called? When they're sticking up, they're too far down and they're crooked. So I have a lot of shingles that have not sealed. Then the flashing was done wrong.
Gloria, why? All I'm asking, though, is why can't they fix the shingles that need to be fixed, and why can't they fix the flashing?
Or we have one of our experts look at it, Mark.
They're supposed to be doing that. They're supposed to be working with my insurance company to do things like that, but they're wanting to sue me.
Gloria, this is because you're not showing good faith. Listen carefully. We need to get an expert to look at your roof. We first get an expert to look at the roof. Then we figure out what needs to be done. If it's only repairs that'll be $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000, you pay them up to the point that they've done. You can't not pay a dime. That's why they're saying to you, we're not doing anything more until you come through. They're afraid you spent the money. It's just the opposite of when someone gives them too much money, you gave them nothing. So all I'm asking is that one of our experts decides what value you have. If it takes just a little bit, if it just takes a little bit to get fixed, or maybe even $5,000. You withhold that amount. I mean, Marco, don't you think that's reasonable that she should pay for value received?
Marco, he's
Where's
talking
Marco?
to you.
Oh, I missed that.
Now, wait a minute.
I just mean, shouldn't she pay as she goes, Mark? I mean,
yeah, she should. I mean, Marco, basically what Time's asking is if maybe she didn't get 100% of what she asked, but if she got 50% of the roof done, she owes them 50%.
Most homeowners insurance policies only make a partial payment anyway until...
Yeah, but she's withholding almost the entire thing.
Well, I mean,
I didn't take any of it. I didn't take any of the money.
But you said it was about $18,000.
What do you mean?
How much was the job?
Oh, like 25?
Where's
the entire contract?
25,000.
Where's the money,
What
Gloria?
did you pay? What did you pay so far?
The
What did you
insurance
pay so
company
far?
has it. I haven't
right.
paid anything because the insurance has all the money. I didn't take the check.
We're going to try to get an expert out. Listen, we're going to get an expert out there to assess the situation. Then what we'll do is you figure out what you should pay them. You should not withhold everything. Not everything. That's why they're doing this. You have to be reasonable. Also, I just want to say one other thing. For those listening, you heard me just say don't overpay. I'm also saying don't be unreasonable. If you get partial work done, pay for partial work. Now, if it turns out the whole thing has to be redone, that's different. But I'm hearing both sides. We need an expert we can trust to figure this out. Mark, take it away. I'm Troubleshooter Tom Martino. I'm just hoping this works right now. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to continue this and more coming right up. And Mark, take it away.
Let's go to break. We'll be back. Get the name of the roofer. I want to talk to her again.
Insurance company.
That was sketchy at best.
You know,
Who do I got?
people just don't understand how to be succinct and say, here's the problem, what do I do?
But the insurance company doesn't work with the roofer.
I know.
And I don't understand why they're holding the money.
All right, guys. All right, American Restoration, if any time, and I hope this doesn't happen to you. It's one of these sponsors that I really wish you never have to use, but you'll be so happy if you do end up using them because they're not going to rip you off. But any issue with your house, fire, flood, storm, mold, any catastrophe whatsoever, American Restoration, rocking the gang. They're great guys. They'll deal directly with your insurance company. You shouldn't have any money out of pocket. They're honest and they're real and they're ethical. 833-7-AMREST. 833-7-AMREST. Or check them out at referralist.com.
Hey, Mark, do the inspectors give a written report?
Did what?
Do the inspectors give a written report when what's deficient with the roof?
Probably depends on where you go.
Well, because if you got a written report, we should be able to look at it.
This is a cold call. We know nothing about this call, right?
Right.
You haven't talked to them, in other words.
No. So Grand Manor shingles are an architectural type shingle for high-pitched roofs.
No, but
like an old house downtown.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, do they give a... They have to give a written report, right?
I don't know.
They can't
I don't know how much it goes into it.
Doc, we get this so often.
Yeah.
They're just upset with it and they don't want to pay a nickel.
No, but I'm saying, but do the inspectors give the homeowner a written report as to the deficiencies?
I think it depends on the county you're in.
That's my question.
Well, they will fail it and list why it's failed.
Okay, well...
So the answer would be yes.
Well,
but because of the pitch of her roof, I don't know what they actually did or didn't do.
No, but the pictures. All I'm saying, if you get a written report, you have one of your guys.
No. What I'm saying is, I don't know if the inspector did a full inspection. He might have pointed out 2 things.
Okay.
And then that's it.
Right. But it still should be a written report saying these are 2 things.
And then why did you pass it?
Right.
Products include backpacks, helmets, hammocks.
Where's the money? That makes sense.
Yeah.
Get it for yourself or get something unique this year.
I think we send Marco up to look at the roof himself.
Who?
You.
To look at the roof?
Yeah.
I look at the roof. I can put on a roof. So the IG report is breaking news.
Oh yeah, what happened? Anything cool?
Well, no, it came out today.
What did it say?
It says that the IG buried the impropriety.
17 significant errors.
the IG buried it?
That they made it look like there was nothing wrong, but then it says they ignored several revelations detailed in the report
Regarding
the FBI not complying with the guidelines for validating sources in a FISA application.
okay, so this goes back to the FISA reporting stuff.
So the IG guy actually is a Democrat.
I guess so. Because it's saying that it's buried, the impropriety is buried.
They can't get the report?
No, they got the report, but it's not as inflammatory as it should be, because if they're spying on Americans and they're not following the law.
This is after I'm done with Gloria. That contract right there. Can you read that or not? You want the bigger one? They're identical. But give me the one you're not using.
So also on the IG report, if there's somebody mentioned, they got to go tell them what was in it about them, right?
Well, it's public.
No. But before the IG report comes out, I thought they said they had to
the IG had to investigate.
No, after the investigation, after they got the report, and when somebody's mentioned in there, they got to go tell them, said, hey, this is what. I thought that's what I had heard. So they can, be ready when it comes out, that they can say, well, this is what happened.
I don't know, but it looks like the IG tried to, downplay the abuse.
Can they do something about that? I mean,
well, it doesn't really matter anyway, because he's not the prosecutor.
Sure.
So if there's impropriety, they're going to get prosecuted. But MSNBC is saying that.
Well, you can't listen to what MSNBC says.
Well, no, I go there to see how they're spending it. Okay, that there's really nothing in there, and the FBI is exonerated.
Is that what MSNBC said?
Yeah.
And you go to Fox, it's exactly the opposite.
The real deal.
Or if you go to
Tom is.
Everything's breaking.
I hear him all the time talking about it. Conservative values.
On the way.
Right?
Keep your car running.
Tom, he's a conservative for sure. We just don't talk politics on here.
Oh, is that right?
He's a little,
Libertarian?
No. I wouldn't say libertarian.
He's more to the left than you are.
Yeah.
Well, he's
like he wants free college for everybody, but if he really sat down and thought it out, how do you do it? I mean, I'd like free everything for everybody. Who cares? All right, 303-713-8255. By the way, this hour is brought to you by Genesis Total Exteriors. These guys work 365 days a year, and when it comes to Mark Szymanski and his company, they're in Colorado Springs and Denver. If you need anything to do with your house, on the outside, maybe siding, windows, gutters, painting, fences, and decks. On the inside, he can redo your kitchen, your bath. He can build out your basement. Large and small additions. Maybe you want a new detached RV garage. You name it, improvements of any kind. You got to check out Mark Szymanski and Genesis Total Exteriors. You can always find them on the referral list. In fact, we just had Mark out. He's going to give us a bid on our bathroom, our master bathroom. And we met his bathroom guy. What was his name, Suzanne?
Brian Pope, I believe.
Man, I liked him a lot. His guy over bathrooms is really cool. But anything you need done on the inside or outside of your house, Genesis Total Exteriors, 303-679-8509. That's about all there is there, and you can always find them on referrallist.com. I want to finish up with Gloria. Then we're going to hop over to Patrick, who's got a problem with Colorado's Best Roofing. But, Gloria, a couple things. Your insurance company has not paid this roofer any money yet, correct?
Nothing.
Yeah, so you're not in a horrible position. I want to ask some very pointed questions. What's the name of the company?
Jim Black Construction.
Jim what?
Jim Black.
Jim Black Construction. Are they willing, and here's what, I'm trying to kind of read between the lines from how you've been discussing this matter. So tell me if I'm right here, and it doesn't matter how you feel about it. I really want an honest answer here. They're probably saying, we'll come out and we'll fix this shingle, we'll fix this. But your contention is if they just do these minor fixes, you might have a roof that is not going to be what you expected for the next 10, 15, 20 years.
will never hold up for the warranty because of the way it was installed. There's a certain there's certain guidelines that you need to follow.
So you're saying Gloria, you're saying the manufacturer certaintied, is that correct?
Yes.
They're saying in their manual, if it's not installed this way, you don't have a warranty. Is that correct?
Yes, that's what it says.
Why is the roofer not getting the inspection done? They pull the permit, right?
Something just sounds so wrong with this entire call. If they fix those things, will it pass inspection, Gloria?
The inspector said it would cost more for them to fix it than to just tear everything up and replace it.
Why? Because the underlayment is not done correctly? The decking isn't there? What?
I don't know anything. I don't know about roofing. All I know is how they were supposed to install it. They didn't. They installed it. I had the most beautiful roof.
Hold on a second.
Grand Manor.
Hold on.
It's so beautiful.
Hold on a second. Suzanne, do we have her contact info? I can't hear you.
What's that?
Do we have Gloria's information?
Yes.
Let's do this. I
have the inspection report.
You do? Okay, bring that in for me. I'd like to see that. And then, Doc, would you try to get in touch? You can pick her up off air. Let's see if we can't get Jim Black Construction, some representative, or I assume Jim himself, someone to give the other side to this story if there is one. I'd really like to dig into this. I understand what she's saying, that if they didn't install it right, there could possibly, if there was a warranty issue, there could possibly be a problem why they would deny the warranty. That's a little bit of a separate issue than whether or not it'll pass inspection. That's really what I'm trying to figure out in order to help her. Does it make sense to you?
Perfectly simple.
All right, 303-713-8255. Nothing simple. Now, Hardy, we are going to go to Hardy. Hardy, I want to give you plenty of time because I've got some questions, but Hardy and his wife gave this builder $10,000 over 2 years ago, a brand new house from the builder. It's been 2 years. They could not get him financed for it, and they still have not given the $10,000 in earnest money back. And I am outraged over this one. We're going to do that one after the break. In the meantime, I'm going to bring up Patrick. He's got a problem with Colorado's Best Roofing, and I do believe, in fact, I know they are on our referral list at referrallist.com. So, Patrick, your problem, and I've talked to you off air a little bit, your problem has nothing to do with the quality of the work. Your problem comes down to you believe the owner of Colorado's Best wants money from the insurance company that he shouldn't get, correct?
Correct.
So go ahead and tell everybody what's going on.
Well, Steve did the roof. As you said, he did a good job. I was pleased with that. But I'm acting as the general contractor on this. So you get GCO&P. Steve wants that money. And that money is an amount of $24,1732.
Now, hold on. I want to explain to everybody listening what you just said. Basically, when you have a hail claim or you have any claim on your property, and there's multiple different kinds of trades out there. For example, you have a roofer because your roof was damaged. You also have siding, so now you need another contractor that does siding and maybe windows. So there's two different people right there. Then let's say the third trade could be something like a painter or a deck guy because your deck got beat up in the hail. So you have certain amount of trades. Generally, when it's over two trades, you can get from your insurance company what is referred to as O&P, which is overhead and profit. Typically, that's 10%. So if you had $50,000 in damage, that O&P would be $5,000. That's generally how it works. So what Patrick is saying is this roofer came out, and did Colorado's Best only do the roof?
That's correct.
So Colorado's Best came out, and they only did the roof. Why, when I go to Steve, who I have up, he's the owner of Colorado's Best Roof, what is he going to say? And I have not talked to Steve on this 100%, period, end of story. I've never discussed it. So anybody listening out there, because they're on our referral list, they are treated like any other company out there. Period. End of story. I have not discussed this at all with Steve. What is Steve going to tell me? Is he really going to come on and say I should get it simply because the insurance company is willing to pay it? What do you think he's going to say, Patrick?
I think, yes, for the most part, that's what he's going to say.
Okay.
He talked to me about Xactimate, and how much money it costed to
now, when you say he talked to you about, wait a minute, when you say he talked to you about Xactimate, what do you mean by that? Just for the roofing, or did he actually use Xactimate for the siding or whatever else it was? I don't know what your other problems were.
Oh, the other problems was windows, HVAC, and
is he the one that dealt with the insurance company on those other items, though?
No, he just sent some pictures in, and I kept asking him for a full. I've had to do the roof.
I understand. Okay, hold tight.
He never gave me that. Let me speak. He never gave me that. He says, I'll do whatever the insurance company says. So there you go.
Yeah, but wait a minute. He'll do whatever the insurance company says, but he's not talking about anything outside of the roofing, right?
No, he didn't contact any window guys. He didn't contact any door guys.
Got it.
I had 3 roofers out here, 2 window people, and 3 garage door people.
All right, hold tight. All right, Patrick, hold tight. I want to get to the bottom of this. Steve Walker with Colorado's Best Roofing. He's the owner, and once again, they are on a referral list at referrallist.com. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take him right after the break, and I can't wait to see what he's got to say.
This is Denver's. What's good?
Just to see these 2 stories.
Did you see how I teased it?
Yeah.
Who do I got?
I can't believe he's asking for all the O&P.
This report is.
Here's what I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm guessing he's the one that got all that money with Xactimate. When he said Xactimate, I'm sorry, who do I got?
Hey, you know what? That's good. Let me know what you got to say.
Also, watch out for slow speeds on the westbound side of I-70 in the elevated portion. Eastbound stop and go from Central Park traveling out towards Peoria.
And the thing about it is you don't get O&P unless you ask for
of
O&P, right?
I-70 in both directions between.
Say it again?
You don't get O&P unless you ask for O&P.
Yeah.
The weather forecast.
Like I'm pretty sure Matt got me over.
Insurance companies are bullies.
Oh, they're horrible. They are crooks.
They're crooks.
But
It's the modern day mafia.
no, but if I hold on.
Invisible
If I own stock in them, I'd want them to protect my fucking shares. So, I'm sorry. I'm very straightforward. I believe they're fiduciary. It's to their stockholders first.
Okay, they already make a bajillion dollars a year.
Hold on. All right, FixMyHome.com. George Donaldson's the owner out there. They're doing this, and I can't believe it. They're doing this time of year. They're going to do a full furnace tune-up. Not just come out and say, oh, this is wrong, that's wrong, give me all this money. No, they're going to come out and tune up your furnace. If it's the first time you're using them, I got to put that caveat in. But they're going to do it for this reason. They want to be the guy if it ever does break down. If your furnace or air conditioner ever does break down, they want to be the company you call when it's time to replace it or repair it. So they're willing to come out right now, even with the cold weather already settled in, and do a full furnace tune-up, a full-blown tune-up. They usually spend 1 to 2 hours doing this. They're going to clean it. Dirt is a #1 killer, and they're going to get it clean for you. This isn't some high-pressure deal. So if you just kicked on your furnace, maybe it's got a strange smell, anything going on, you want to call them and take advantage of this now. It's only the first 20. 720-526-3939. Fix it 24/7. Call them now, 720-526-3939.
Embarrassed by your
Hey,
smile.
Marco, I don't know if you got the memo, but we're live till 2 now, not till 1. Are you going to stay till 2? Can you?
Yeah,
We're just not letting you leave, so.
So, Master Reader's already here.
Unless you got a note.
But you're here till at least 1.
At least 1.
Maybe
I
2.
have a call at 1 that I wanted you to be on. I was trying to get her to come in earlier.
Leave right after the first break at 1 then, so we can get that one in. What's it on?
It's the one of the gal that rented the apartment, or they
Oh, that
charged her
won't matter.
3.5
Yeah.
months.
Either or.
Yeah, but it's already kind of in court and stuff, so it'd be interesting for him to hear it. Master Rooter's already here. Do you want him up?
Yeah, whatever.
Are you sure? Okay. We'll bring him up then.
Maybe bring him up, put him in there, and then at noon we'll bring him in.
Well, I thought they can, I told her to,
Yeah, but they like people.
to tell him.
No, people like watching this shit.
When the first $1,000 in
They do.
Well, why don't you run right there? And then move,
Doesn't matter.
Ken's gonna probably do an update, so that makes sense.
Is he talking to somebody?
Can go either one.
Yeah.
Deputy Dan, did I tell you to call this roofer?
No, you said you were gonna do it to Clint.
No, I mean the Gloria one.
Oh, Joe Black? I didn't call him.
See if we can get a hold of Joe Black. I might have told
So
Deputy.
we're gonna need another headset for Ken.
Okay, Marco, we're going to talk about this. So this Colorado Best one we just talked about, that's what we're talking about. We're on the same page? Okay. Do you see what it
Are you
says?
gonna let me saying what?
What?
So Ken can sit next
Oh,
to
yeah,
you.
yeah. I'll bring the whole thing up again. Absolutely. Notice what the roofer wrote on this contract here. This is a contract, line 2 and 3 side. It says all trades.
Okay, so what's the issue with this? He didn't give me any money.
No, this guy's paid in full for the roof. This guy got the insurance company to cough money up
I think you're gonna have to move
for
over
the
here.
windows, the siding, and
Master
other
Router's
stuff.
coming over.
This guy wants to keep the overhead
I'll move over
profit
there.
and not give it to the
I'll go over there.
contractor. The roof is not.
As opposed to where?
What?
Either way, you go.
Yeah,
Well,
but on
you
the
need to
contract
sit
you
by
signed
your
with the
stuff.
roofer,
Oh, no,
the
I'm
roofer
here.
actually
Right.
put
You can
on
go
there,
there
he's
or
doing
there,
all
either way.
trades.
Oh,
If you wanna go there, that's fine.
Well,
I'll just go over here. That's fine.
I think, and I don't know what the roofer's going to say yet. I'm assuming the roofer is going to say,
That's right.
I did all the
Yeah.
estimates for the siding, I did all this, and I got the insurance company to write him a check for this. That's
But
why
did he
I
fix
want the
everything?
overhead and profit.
Did he fix everything?
I don't think he did, but I don't know.
Well, then he can't, then this provision in the contract is stricken. Okay, it's only enforceable, if he didn't do it, he can't enforce it.
I didn't say enforce it. There's two things here. What's fair and what's going to go down. If this roofer honestly thought, if he made a deal with this guy, listen, I'll use my time and money to get all these estimates done, but I don't do what...
I'll hire subs.
What did he say?
He didn't hire subs, though.
Well, but that's
what the open piece was.
That's right.
Well, maybe he did hire subs. We don't know yet.
I left a message on his
We'll get the facts.
I gave you
Just the
facts.
facts.
What did the report say? Yeah.
Hey, can we come back with the facts, Jack?
I just could do a bunch of different things, but there were a bunch of different things. That was the first thing
you're teasing.
There were all sorts of stuff. In other words, it should be 4 inches. They were only 2 inches. Yeah, all this.
Hey, are you guys coming to our party?
Offer? Bert.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. What is that, 20 times? More than that.
10 times is
20.
750.
Yeah, I know, so it's like
36.
26 times.
It sounds like they didn't nail the shingle
Right.
all the way down.
Which?
Oh, this is the
All right,
report.
303. What is this music?
Oh, this Joe Black.
My God, are you trying to put people to sleep out there, Ugly Ed? What is this? Who is this?
Crash test dummy. And it's not even Christmas music.
It's not. I don't know what this is. Kids these days. Kids. All right. 303-713-8255. I'll let you know when a line's open. We've got a lot of stuff going on right now. So Patrick, he called in, and I think I got this nailed down pretty good. So he hired Colorado's Best Roofing and Gutters to come out and do a roof. He has no problem with the quality of the roof. Everything turned out great. He's happy with the roof. But the roofer, who we have on right now, and Steve Walker with Colorado's Best Roofing and Gutter. First of all, Steve, I appreciate you coming on to talk about this. You know, what is going on? He's saying you want the overhead and profit on this job, and all you did was the roof, which I do find strange. So what's going on? What's your side of this, Steve?
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Mark. So I contracted with Mr. Clement on October 5th to do all the trades and then to give him a bunch of free upgrades. And that was contracted at $9,400. He wanted me to go ahead and get all the other stuff that they missed paid for. And I went around with him, did a full inspection, and created an estimate to all the work, the damage to his house he felt should be paid for.
So hold on, I want to clarify a few things. So,
Sure.
Steve, you went out to his house. The $9,400, that initial amount is what his insurance company said they were going to pay, and it was just for the roof. Is that correct or not?
Well, they had left the other trades out. That's correct. They were just paying for roof.
So the roof itself should have been $9,400.
Well, you have a shed roof, a garage roof, the home. They were going to comb and straighten a little AC, and then that was it, a window screen.
And that
they just did
that was the 9,400, how that was represented, correct? Minus deductible.
the 94 exactly represented all the damage they had found.
Okay, so then when you got out there, it almost sounds like you were working as a public adjuster as well, even though, of course, you're not. So when you got out there, what did you do? Did you tell them you also have some siding and window damage, or how did this conversation go down in your opinion?
So first of all, I addressed his concerns and his issues. I'm like, is there anything you see that you want paid for? And we addressed that. Then I went around, I did my own inspection. I get an honest value. I said, hey, the windows on this side, I don't feel are hail damage. I don't think they'll pay for it. I don't think there's a reason to beat an insurance company up for it. We agreed on everything. I showed them what I think should be paid for. I created a full scope. I submitted it to the insurance. And listen, I've been honest with this guy from the beginning.
How much more did you get over the 9,400?
24,000.
So the total claim, or an additional 24,000?
No, the whole claim ended up at 24,000.
Okay. Right. Now, did you actually hire subs and do that other work?
I did not, and I'm not collecting that money. I'm not collecting that. I'm not billing him for that.
No, that's not what I'm saying, though.
Or you're billing him for $9,400 only
for the roof.
That is correct.
Now, tell me why.
I'm only billing him for the $93.42 on the roof, the $48.28 on the garage, and the permit. And that's it. Everything that insurance approved for the work I did.
So where's the discrepancy right now? Just the overhead and profit?
He wants to get the other windows done. He's trying to take that money from me, get the other windows done, and absorb his deductible. And it's just not going to happen.
Wait. Now I'm really confused. Hold on a second. How much did he pay you for what you did, the work? Are you guys square right now for the roof?
No, he said he's not going to pay me. He's given me $5,000 for material the day I did the job.
Wait a second. Right. So you've only been paid $5,000 so far?
That's correct.
That's it.
And I'm good with, I don't mind getting paid till the end of the job. That's fine with me. But I need people that are going to be honest about it.
Steve, though, hold on, man. You've got me very confused here. He's only paid you $5,000. What is your agreement to begin with? $9,400 for the roof work, yes or no? Forget about the extra stuff.
$94 was for all trades. He contracted me to do everything. And then I had to. Yeah, go ahead.
The $9,400, though, at the beginning, you said was just for the roof. It had to do with the air conditioner you had to comb out, and then it had something else that was minor. Were you going to do that work and get paid $9,400?
You have the contract in front of you. It says doing all trades for 9414.90, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
He contracted me to do all trades.
If he, Steve, I promise. Listen to me. Is he willing to give you $9,400? Yes or no? And if he is willing, are you done and over?
No, he's going to pay me what I deserve.
How much do you think you deserve? How much? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Okay. Do you have the invoice in front of you or not?
All I have is your initial contract, and the only number on here is $9,400.
Okay, here we go. Insurance approved for the garage roof, $4,800, $28.53.
Okay, you can round. $4,800. I got it. Now what?
You say $4,800.
Yes. Now what?
Correct. The home roof.
Yes.
$9,300.
Got it. Next. Wait a minute, though. Wait a minute. Is this after the initial bid you gave them? In other words, that initial $9,400, did you have to do supplementals and do decking and do other stuff, right?
It's all supplemental.
Got it. Okay. Steve, please, let me keep going. $9,300, $4,800, and what was the other roof?
That was it.
That's
$127 for the permit. That's it. I'm only billing for the work I did.
Okay, hold on. Those are the three things you did. You did roof 1, roof 2, and you pulled the permit, right?
And every dollar amount I'm charging is what insurance approved for me to be paid for.
Just for the roof.
Why was your original estimate only $9,400? What did you miss?
No, but that happens all the time until the roofer starts digging into the roof. That's every single roofer in the world.
It's the garage roof.
It's 2 different roofs.
Right.
Yeah.
So how do you miss the garage roof?
No. It's not missing the entire roof. It's like the decking, just different things until you get under the roof.
I understand that, the underlayment, things like that, but he didn't say that.
No, but that's what were the supplementals roughly, Steve?
Well, I have a list of them here.
Just give me what's one of the big supplementals?
The roof jacks, the step flashing, the L flashing, the counter flashing, the labor per hour.
Got it.
I mean, there's
usually the roofer comes out and says, you know, it's going to take 20 grand, and the insurance company comes out and says, no, we're going to give you 12.
Yeah, however
it's usually not the other way around.
Hold on a second, guys. I got to take a break, and we're going to finish this up. Patrick, I'm going to come back to you. How I'm looking at everything right now is this guy basically wants $14,200 roughly. So $14,200, which is only, and I mean only, according to Steve, for the roof work. I'm assuming that's not O&P or anything else in there. And if that's the case, I would say Patrick owes that. We're going to find out, though, after this.
You know what I mean? It's not usually, they come in and the roofer says it's $9,400, then the insurance company comes out and does an estimate and says, all right.
Watch out for the insurance closures throughout the day, both directions of I-70.
Well, then why he only get $9,400? Then why only No, I'm saying, why did his estimate say all trades will be done?
No, not TMS. You mean stem cells. Centeno Schultz.
And off highway, Glenarm remains
You're thinking of
for police activity. The estimated time of the roadway will reopen.
Short or long?
Weather forecast going to be mostly sunny today with a high of 37 tonight.
What do you think of stem cells?
I think they're limited effectiveness. They're only approved for 2 things: blood disorders.
Hold on, guys.
K-How.
Backed by popular demand, Grammy Award-winning artist Debbie Boone once again headlines the Broadmoor Holiday Show.
Did you talk
this
to
December.
Gloria, or did you get it?
I left a message
Call
for Jim
Broadmoor
Black to call.
Reservations for more information. Visit the Broadmoor for the holidays. Close to home, yet a world away.
All right, listen to this, Centeno Schultz. We've been talking about these guys forever. They do real stem cells. If you ever try to get stem cells from a chiropractor, you know what you're going to get? You're going to get a bag of blood. Yep, they're not going to be real live stem cells. If you truly are in pain and you need stem cells and you want to check it out, what I love about Centeno Schultz, they're straight shooters. They're going to tell you whether or not stem cells are right for you, and because of the cost associated with them, listen to what I'm going to tell you right now. Over 90% of people that visit them, 90%, do not end up getting stem cells because PRP or other options are way cheaper and way better. But if you're sick of living with pain, maybe a rotator cuff, anything, man, you've got to give these guys a call and see if it's right for you. Centeno Schultz is at 303-963-9201. Maybe a knee. You know, you can avoid surgery. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Check them out. They're the real deal. 303-963-9201, or you can always find them at referralist.com.
In Colorado, we need
You did say long, right? Thank God.
Yeah, what do you want me to do?
What do you mean?
Storage technologies can
No, we want
solve
to
a major
the rest of the day.
Energy storage gives
You
renewable
want me to try to be funny?
Sit there and look good.
lowers energy costs.
That doesn't help on the
No, I'm
radio.
gonna-
I got a face.
You got a face for radio, right?
You're on Facebook and YouTube.
Okay, yeah, here you go. Mark, Jason,
Hey, Jason.
and Jackie.
Hi, Jackie.
How are you
And
guys
so
today?
Good,
I'm
how are
going to
you
have
guys?
you sit here,
I think I
Jason.
missed you at that little shindig.
The charity one?
Yeah. No, it's the iHeart deal.
Oh yeah, it was just Tony there, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm Jason. Nice
This
to meet
is
you.
a
Jason,
low
what do you
charity
do?
I'm the new
We
GM.
have to
Oh,
go to
okay,
the
cool,
Mark.
man.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's all good.
It's not that you're being punished or anything. It's just, yes.
This would be your headphones here.
Affordable energy for Colorado. That's citizens
Deputy Dan, you always keep the things together, buddy.
That's why he's the engineer.
You know, he's the
So this
engineer.
is
We're
Dan, this is Marco,
Hi.
and that's Dr. Ken.
Marco, we're just superfluous.
I'll try to remember everything.
Absolutely.
And so this shows the calls that are up. Okay.
What part of New York?
So
What?
there might be one,
Upstate.
where they have a question
No,
for
I'm from the
Master
city,
Rooter.
you
I'll
can
put
tell.
Master Rooter, I'll put a check mark, and it'll be.
Cool.
Now, I've been out
Try to
here.
get information from them.
Marco, I've been out here since
I was born in Schenectady.
83,
Mark,
so it's almost 40 years. I can't lose my accent.
I know.
besides them being
That's
for
a
this,
beautiful thing.
So
they're also
if you talk,
promoting where-
you know, you hit the on button. Then when
Okay.
you're all done talking,
Make sure you hit the off button.
But you don't have to ever say something on, off, on, off. Just
hit it
once.
once.
Hit it once and then.
We're gonna put a box here too. Let me grab it for you.
Is Gloria still on?
I don't know. Hey, babe, is that Gloria still on 4?
We need a roofer to go out there.
Yeah, he left a message, so just get her info. We'll call her back soon
I
as
have
we hear
the
back
info.
from this guy. Oh, wait.
I have.
No, he's got everything.
I don't have her number.
Just free the line.
So there's talking during commercial breaks, but then when he has to do the live right after we go off, he'll kind of go like this, and then you just everybody. So you'll end up being
Actually,
part of
I'll
the commercial.
yell.
I like Chris. You not know Chris in there.
How do you know?
I've done a lot of stuff for Chris. He testified for me in trial.
Oh, good man.
So.
Is he a good witness?
You know he is. He calls me every time he's done testifying and tells me
Jackie's
how all
going
the
to talk
plaintiff
about
lawyers
this.
don't know what they're doing.
Jason will be your plumber guy, GM, talker.
Who are you with, Jason?
Troubleshooter.
Oh, Troubleshooter. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
And so this is, we're on Facebook and YouTube, so this is a camera when you talk, we'll record you, right?
Cool.
No pressure, buddy.
Does my hair look all right?
Great.
No.
No.
Be careful what you say when we're off the air.
He's got a face for radio as well.
We all do.
Some of us are just better looking than others.
Other than Jackie, none of us belong on TV.
Oh.
Let's put it that way.
Deputy Dan.
I got the face for TV, huh? Is that what you said?
He has got an incredible
Really?
talent
Oh,
that
what's
is so stupid, but it'll still blow you away. It's crazy.
Come on, you're making me blush.
What's that?
He can literally, well, I don't know what you guys are wearing, but he can literally look at your shoes and tell you where you got them. Now, it's kind of like a photographic
All right, where'd I
memory,
get
but it's
my
only
shoes?
for shoes.
Well, you have to make a bet. I mean, it's no fun without making a bet. You got to bet a lunch or $10 or something. There's got to be some skin in the game. Skin in the game.
You can't lie.
Oh, I won't.
You know where you got them, right?
I know where I got them.
And they're your shoes.
And they're my shoes.
So what's the skin in the game? You can't just do it for fun. A lunch, $20, pizza, you name it.
Lunch.
Pizza, okay.
Pizza.
All right, 303-713-8255. We're here to solve problems, answer questions, take your complaints. I'm going to go back to Patrick. If you're just joining us, we have a consumer. Patrick, he called up. He had some issues with his roof. He called Steve Walker with Colorado's Best Roofing, who we also have on. And the bottom line is this. There's a discrepancy in how much is owed. I don't want to recap the entire thing yet, but Patrick, what are you willing to pay Steve at this point? What do you think's fair? Because honestly, if he's getting money only for the roof and only for the work he did, I would say that is correct at this point.
Right. What I'm willing to do, the claim was for the roof, $14,503.
That's right.
I gave him $5,000 down.
Got it.
O&P was $2,417. He didn't do the shed because I'm going to replace it for $536.
Wait a minute. The shed? You mean the roof on the shed? He did not do.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so hold on. Let's hold on. I want to work. I like how you're doing this. We're working backwards. So that $14,000 included the shed, is what you're saying, right?
That's correct.
How much was the shed out of that the insurance paid?
$536.
So
71.
All right. So that $536.
Right.
Okay, and then the overhead and profit, how much was that total? $2,417, which is basically 10% of the $24,000, right?
Yes.
Are you saying that's in his figure for the roof of the 14 whatever?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. I got to clarify that. Steve, is that correct? That's part of it. That the $2,400 is part of that $14,000. Steve,
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm talking to you, Steve.
Let me explain to you O&P so you guys are clear real quick.
I know what O&P is, Steve.
Well, you're saying it wrong. It's 10% overhead and 10% profit, so
Okay.
you get 10 and 10.
Okay.
It's 10% and 10%.
So they
okay?
paid you 20% on it?
They pay the claim 20%. I'm only collecting the roof line items that they approved.
Hold on. I just want to go back to the point you just made. So the total job you told me was 24 something, right?
That's correct. So what they do is if you have, like you said in the beginning, if you have all these multiple trades, if I have a siding job that's $3,000, they give you 10% overhead, 10% profit on that.
Yes, Steve.
Right. You got to have at least 3 trades.
I understand, and we went over that, but here's what I'm asking you. You're telling me it's 10 and 10. If the total job was $24,000, you're talking $2,400 for the O&P, right?
No, I can give you the specific number that they paid. I can tell you right now.
You know what? That's what I need at this point. I don't know what else to say. I guess I do need to look at the contract. Where's the $2,400 coming from then? How much did they pay O&P total? Forget about any work and anything, any damage.
Yeah,
how much was the O&P?
$4,000. They paid about $3,800
in O&P.
Yeah, so they break it out. So if you have a $500 AC unit, they give you 20% on that.
Okay.
O&P. All right. If you have a $2,000 paint job, they give you 20% O&P on that $2,000.
Got it.
And those numbers start to add up.
Of course they do. And they added up to $3,800, right?
Yeah, and that's Patrick's money for everything he does. That's his. I don't bill an insurance company for work I don't do, and I don't bill a customer for work I don't do.
Steve, we're going back then. Why? There's a little bit of a difference here. He's saying take that $14,000, subtract $536 for the shed. Did you do the shed?
No, I'm not billing for the shed, sir.
How much are you billing him?
I'm billing. Let's do it again.
Oh, man. You know what? I don't care if he's on the referral list or not. Steve, I don't know what the hell you're saying at this point. Send me the contract and I'll look at it. I need to know what the hell. I want one number from you, Steve. How much do you want? He's already given you $5,000. How much more do you want, Steve? How much?
Okay, I have the invoice in front of me, okay?
How much, Steve?
I'm going to just subtract the total so I can read it to you, okay? All right.
Go ahead, Steve.
Hold on. I'm adding the numbers up.
All right. When he's done adding up, we'll come back to him. 303-713-8255. Patrick, just hold tight, man. He's going to add up. I mean, we can't be that far off. We cannot be that far off. You definitely owe him some money, and he does not need to get O&P. I don't think he needs to get it, unless if he was actually over those trades. Marco Bendinelli, attorney at law, would you agree? If he just did the estimates, if all Steve did was the estimates for the siding, and he did not actually hire subcontractors or another company to come out, do you think he should keep the O&P? And I don't even know if he is or not.
Completely, totally, unequivocally.
Agree with me.
I agree with you.
Hey, would someone get that on?
Can
just
I get
make
a
sure
coffee
we save
now?
that. All right, listen, we're going to go back to that. Patrick, we've got to be very close, so hold tight. 303-713-8255. Man, we get these all the time. Berlin. That's an interesting name. Berlin, what's going on?
I just a real quick question, Mark.
Say it quick because we got to go to break, but I want to digest it. Go.
Okay. United Healthcare. I spoke with them this morning, and they said as a patient, I have all rights as a patient to appeal charges from the Penrose Hospital in Colorado Springs. So, and I talked to one of the people that I'm getting,
Okay, hold on, Berlin. That music is something I can't stop. So hold tight. I'll get back to you. Hopefully, Steve and Patrick, we can get to the bottom of that. And then we got Hardy, Marco Bendinelli in the house. My name's Mark Major, and you're on the Troubleshooter Network.
Sounds like I can help her with the Penrose thing. That's right up my alley. If she's got a
Just
problem.
let you know, that's what it looks like when you guys talk. That's your banner.
What do you make of this Steve guy, guys?
That's how it-
He's an idiot.
I don't even know what to say. I don't know what he's
First
talking
of all,
about.
here's what I got. $4,800 for the garage, $9,300 for the house.
That's what, yeah. Where did that $4,800 for the garage come? Oh, the garage. The shed wasn't.
That's not
And the guy, if that's the two things the insurance company spent, that's what the guy owes him.
So look, here's the $4,800. He paid him $5,000, right?
Yes.
So he owes him $9,400.
That's right.
Yeah, the 4,800 is 20% of the 2,400.
But he doesn't know him O&P.
Hey, Patrick.
He's saying it's 10% and 10%.
It sounds to me as if you owe this guy roughly $9,400. You think that's correct or not?
94 plus 48.
Yep.
Hey, Dan, isn't that...
Plus 127 for the permit.
Right.
Hey, Dan, isn't that 20%?
So you're
of the
saying
2,400?
he just told me he's not
saying
asking
10%
for
and
any
10%,
O&P.
so-
And you're saying that number is in there.
So if it was 24,000 for the job, right?
Here's some waters for you guys.
20,
Here.
yeah,
Oh,
20%.
beautiful.
I'm only kidding
You
about
need
the
some
coffee.
vodka in there.
But
Okay,
it's
send me that.
10%,
Can you send me that right
Marco,
now?
did
Take
you
a
need a
picture of it
copy?
and send it to me right now.
You know, I was only kidding, but
Or no,
you know, I try to be
it's
entertaining. I'll take it.
Oh, okay.
You know, I gotta make more, you know, funny and interesting.
All right, lines are
Oh
full.
my
This is
God!
my job.
I'm gonna go get him a cup
No,
of
you're
coffee.
very talented, Mark.
I'm like gonna throw my fucking gun.
Have a knife.
I wish we were on satellite. I mean, I'm about to toss this guy off just for. I don't even know what he's saying anymore.
Yeah, he sure
So-
beats around the bush a lot.
So Tom backed out after this 1 hour of the remote?
No, he was. We were just testing that equipment.
Okay, so it worked great for the half hour.
Well, no, it didn't. Did you hear that?
Oh, for a little while it worked when he was talking to...
That sounded horrible.
It didn't. It was very confusing.
But he wasn't. It didn't matter either way. We're just testing it.
Right,
Because
okay.
what's going to happen is someday neither of us are going to be able to get it.
Right. Yours worked when you were our
It's no problem.
That's
Dan,
what I kept asking him. Did mine sound better than
No,
that, or
yours
did
much better.
even though deeper, like I was here?
No, not like you're here, but better than
I bet
He
he's
was,
on
like,
a
breaking up
Wi-Fi
bad.
because I plugged directly into my DSL.
Okay.
I wasn't. It's got to be
No,
that.
you could tell you're not.
Yeah,
on
you can
site.
even hear the what do you call it, the
It's like
noise.
the background
Yes.
buzz.
Hey, Dan, if they can't make it, and you, me, and Marco can handle it.
That's right.
We can bullshit as well as anyone.
We were trying to train Marco to do fill in, and he just never would show.
Yeah.
I'll do the fill-in. Dan and I can do
You'll
it.
still do it, won't you?
You're so full of shit.
No, I'm
We'll
not.
still do it, right? We want you
Of
there.
course. I told you I'd like.
No,
when
we
I
do
retire,
need.
that's what I
We
wanna
need
do when I
someone
have
on
fun.
the bench. We're ready for you, man.
Yeah, we want that bench, and you're going to have that show.
The bench. Marco does not like a lot of judges.
Or, you know, vice versa.
I could have guessed the vice versa.
Hey,
You know, I'm
Marco,
not, the older I get, the less compliant I am.
Did you ever know Judge Tom Woodford up in Golden?
No.
He was
District or county?
He was a chief judge up in Golden.
No.
Suzanne!
Because I can't imagine anybody not liking him. He was a long-time poker player.
No, there's a few I really like.
Dan, I'm going to...
Then the rest fall under the corrupt category.
I believe you.
I'm not kidding.
I believe you.
They got an agenda.
Yeah, I totally believe you. You were going to call it the bench? That's what you wanted to show?
Yeah.
Daphne, I just sent
The bench
you
press.
a email. Can
Nah,
you
the
please
bench sounds
print it?
just-
I like that better.
The bench press.
Nah, the bench sounds much better.
Yeah, but the bench.
The bench press.
Nah.
Because there's two.
But that's confusing. You want
That's
to be
what you
illegal?
want. That's
No,
what
you
you
want to
want.
be illegal
Remember
show.
that. You got to confuse them a little bit.
No,
so
the bench
they
sounds.
need to think about
I like the bench. It's
like the bench?
Yeah,
Press
because
it.
it's a legal show.
The branch.
But it's like the free press. You know, it's like the
There you go,
the
like
freedom
that.
of
Not
speech.
bench. The press, the bench.
Yeah, but there's no
the press about the branch.
The bench press.
The
The
bench,
bench
press.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
It's like a
The
newspaper.
press.
You know
I don't know
what?
if the
The news
newspaper
about
or
that.
Hey,
that.
mark that down. TM me.
Yeah, that's right. There's another one.
See
You're
that?
killing me.
I like
A lot
that.
of stuff today.
I'm going to
Making
pitch
them all
that.
kind of money.
I'll pitch that to PBS.
You know what? He could. You know how much money he could make off? How much Mark Trenner could make off of him if he tries to trademark all this bullshit?
He don't stop.
We had this guy call in with the snow machine. Dumbest idea I've ever heard in my life.
There's been some dumber
So
ones.
you'd put it on a window,
Yeah.
and it would make it look like it's snowing. So if you looked out the window in the summer, it's snowing. Now, how would you do that? You would do it, maybe just put an LCD TV there, and you could do more than
Right.
snow.
That's
You
right.
could do a million things. No. This guy had this elaborate conveyor belt thing that had a big gutter system, and it would blow pieces of confetti.
Whatever.
And then they would be sucked up in the bottom onto a conveyor belt
And
that
go
would
around.
bring them back up, and it would all happen again.
They
You
want
know, that guy
that.
needs a hobby.
He's the same guy that made the fake breast. So because some men want to, have a breast for whatever reason, so you put it on. And I said, you mean for like breastfeeding? Because I've actually heard of that before.
What?
No. It's just for men that want a breast.
Seinfeld. You ever see the Seinfeld
Right,
show
right.
on
No.
there? Oh, yeah, it was George's father, I
It's
think.
the man.
Oh yeah, the man's ear.
The
Yeah,
man's
the man's
ear.
ear.
What was the other name for it?
The Bro.
The Bro.
The
That's a
Bro.
little
Yeah.
ethnic, though. It's a little ethnic.
The Bro.
Hilarious.
That's
The
what
Bro Press. There you go. Trademark that.
The Bro.
I'm going to free up. Oh, Daph's not in there.
Hey. 5 seconds. 5 seconds. You got
No,
5
we'll talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Did you you went to trial, right?
Went to
So
trial.
it was a verdict.
Verdict.
Is that why you wrote verdict?
Verdict. Not a settlement. When they offered 75, it couldn't have been a settlement.
Is it paid and done?
It's done. They paid 2.8.
They got that. They did it quick.
Why 2.8? Just because they put it
Interest,
off?
costs.
Oh, you got attorney's fees too?
Interest and costs.
Interest and costs, but no attorney's fees.
No, you don't get attorney fees unless you sue them for bad faith.
Yeah, but
If
I
got
heard
a big bad faith
I heard
trial-
like, for example, if they fuck around with you in discovery or something, you can get attorney's fees under.
Oh
certain-
yeah, for particular issues.
Yeah.
But I got a bad faith trial coming up on January 13th. Federal court.
Double or triple? What do you get? Treble?
Well, the benefits. And
Double.
And then 2 times.
If
the
you
benefits.
prove
So
it,
it's really
you get
treble.
double and you get fees.
Yeah, so it's treble.
If you prove, well, yeah.
So you get the benefits and the penalties. So
How do you usually
I
do
got
that on a fee
250 grand
agreement?
in benefits.
Let's say everything
They
is
just
perfect.
sent a check for $250 a month and a half before trial, so they could tell the jury they paid them.
Oh, okay. But you had to get involved, so it truly is bad
But
faith.
oh my goodness, I'm gonna smack the shit.
Yeah, we had a housing thing. They paid our attorney's fees plus, I told you,
Oh shit! Hold on.
over 400 grand.
What hour?
I'm not gonna tell you who the carrier is,
There you go.
because I don't want to, I don't want to give them a bad name.
How's it going, that little
Because
boy?
you know they're all bad.
How's it going, that little boy that fell out the stairs?
He's doing better.
Is he?
Yeah. So we don't have a statute of limitations issue because he's a minor.
Right.
So it doesn't begin to run until he's 18.
Right.
So we're monitoring him, neuropsychological reports, stuff like that.
Is
but,
the paralyzation on his face better?
I think it's marginally better. I don't know. I haven't got a report on that lately.
That
I
poor
could
mom.
check.
That she tore my heart out.
I met her. I went
Yeah.
to the place. It was she's a
wonderful.
really
Okay, hold on, guys. Welcome to the show, the only show of its kind. We're here to solve problems, answer your questions, take your complaints, try to make your life just a little bit better. If you're new to the show, it's very simple. If you've been ripped off, taken advantage of, or just need advice across pretty much any spectrum, this is the show for you. In fact, to date, this is an incredible number. We are so proud of this. Tom started this thing almost 40 years ago in Denver. You ready? Over $200 million in cash, merchandise, exchanges, and refunds directly due to this show. And I have argued numerous times that's more than most law firms recover for people. And guess what? Ours is free. If you need help, I make it very simple. 303-713-8255 during the show, 303-MARTINO, and 303-MARTINO works on and off the air. We've got a lot going on right now. I'm sorry, Daphne, what I would really like you to do with line one, Steve, and I don't want to recap it right now. I am getting the paperwork sent over from the consumer. If Steve would like to send me anything, I'd appreciate that too. I need to look at what the insurance company paid for. Free that line up. Soon as I have that information, then we will discuss that, and I think you already got one in an email I can look at. It's very simple. If he did the work, he should get paid. For whatever he did, Steve should get paid. I don't think he should get paid for work he didn't do, and I don't think Steve thinks that either, but somewhere the math is off, and we're going to get to the bottom of it. Now, we have got a lot of stuff going on. In studio with me, we have some new referral list members, and they are with a company that I've been advertising, which is Master Rooter. These are great guys. These guys have a plumbing company. You know what I like about you guys? Anybody show them how to use them, Mike? I like the fact you do not charge a diagnostic or a trip charge if it's Denver Metro. That's a really good deal no matter how you look at it. And I had one call probably about, it's been almost a year. And I talked directly with your owner, I believe his name is Steve, way back when. They got an estimate from some company, I don't even remember who it was, I wasn't familiar with them, for over 15, 16 grand on a sewer line replacement. You guys did it for like $7 grand. I mean, you're talking over half price, and that does not happen a lot in your industry. How do you guys do that real quick? How do you do it so much less?
Well, so on average, my name is Jason.
Yeah,
by
Jason.
the way, and our owner is Tony, by the way.
That's right. I don't know where I got Steve, but go ahead.
It's all good. So you can just say a good average for us to do 40 feet of sewer line from the tap to the house, as long as it's 40 feet or less, is $74.95.
That's it.
That's just a going rate that we just charge for.
That's basically your flat rate fee for that size job.
Exactly.
That's pretty incredible. And then on top of that, what I like, and I say in a lot of my commercials, one of your discounts that you offer is unlike a lot of people. Most people's discounts in any industry, listen to this, Marco Bendinelli, you might say, hey, if you're a veteran or if you're in the military, we'll give you 10% off. You know, if you're a senior citizen, 10% off. You know what they do? Single income families get 10%.
Oh, I love that.
Isn't that pretty cool?
Yeah.
Now, speaking of somebody, Marco Bendinelli, I teased something last hour or the hour before. It was a verdict. And I want to talk real quick the difference between a verdict and coming up with a settlement. It's very simple. One, the jury or judge says this is the way it is. Right. The other is negotiations.
Correct.
But why do attorneys, before we get into the details again, why are attorneys so proud of verdicts over a big settlement? Is it because you literally got to state your case and because of the merits of your case, you won?
You think because the attorney representing a client believes there's a certain number that is fair, okay? And the defendant insurance company won't pay it. And so basically when that happens, they're kind of throwing down the gauntlet.
Yeah.
And they're saying, can you come and take it then?
Yeah.
Because we're not paying over X. And if you want X and Y, then you've got to come and take it. So
then you've got to come.
is way different than a settlement. A verdict is, you know, that's the scorecard after the boxing match, basically. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. Most accidents, and let's just talk a very general amount. Let's say most car accidents, 50 grand or less, so no real permanent damage, but there's different things there. Most of those are always going to be settled generally because of the limits of the policy more than any other reason, yay or nay?
Limits come into play sometimes, but you know, really, we've been experiencing from the insurance industry in general lowball offers that doesn't even cover medical bills.
So they just throw it out there, and a lot of times if someone's not represented, they might take it.
They do take it, and then they got to go beat up their own health care providers, and you know, there's very little, if anything, left for the injured party.
Yeah, for the injured party. Now, we
don't do that to our folks. You know, we do everything we can to get them fair
and square
compensation.
One of the ones I love. These folks hired you. Was it Budget or was it?
Budget's owned by Avis. They're an international company. They're in 179 countries.
So this
and they
is
have
crazy.
A couple lawyers, believe it or not.
I bet they have a lot of lawyers that speak a lot of different languages. So they rent this truck. And if you ever have to pull out a ramp...
My client rented the truck.
Yeah, if you ever have to pull out one of those ramps to put a dolly up, the hooks didn't come out and grab it. So as they pull it out, it keeps going and ends up on them, and there's a lot of damages there.
Well, actually, he was pulling it uphill.
Yeah.
So when it came straight out of the socket, it fell
on him.
It pulled him the other way.
Oh, my goodness.
So, and he was pulling it out with one hand, and he ended up with a rare injury. It was a brachial plexus injury, and it was a very unusual injury. They have to do like a rib resection. They have to take one of your ribs out.
Oh, man.
It's
life-changing.
It's a pretty bad injury.
So they offer him $75,000 was the initial offer.
Well, they came in with their lawyers, and they said, Mr. Bendinelli, you're a little lawyer from Denver. And we're from Chicago, and we represent this international organization, and we're in charge. And we're going to give you $75,000.
And you told them to pound sand.
I said, well, when we get to, if we get to trial, I said, I get to talk too.
Yeah, that's right.
And so we went to trial. and it was a 2-week jury trial. And we got a verdict of, well, they ultimately paid close to $3 million.
Almost $3 million.
Yeah, about $2.85 million, and that was a result of a jury verdict.
And it's paid,
which
though.
is different than a settlement.
Of course, it's paid now.
It is paid.
If you settled with them, it would have been way less than that, or else why would they have fought it?
They own a little more, but they threatened to appeal.
Can I say that the bottom line in that case, in almost any case that goes all the way through a trial and gets a jury verdict, you were the better attorney, no matter how you look at it, or does it truly come down to the case?
I think the lawyer matters.
Well, we know with OJ, what's his name? Cochran mattered. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, the lawyer matters, but you have to, I like trying cases when my client is for real. They're just good people. They're telling the truth, and, I'm going to make sure that comes through. And, the older I get, the less I talk like a lawyer to juries.
Yeah.
And it's been working. The last 4 or 5 years, I've been in the top 20 verdicts in the state.
Just like people
every year.
Just like right now, people hearing you on the radio, you don't come off as a
pompous,
a stuffed shirt. No, seriously, a stuffed shirt.
No, really.
And I think that would be great in front of a jury, unless you had a jury of stuffed shirts.
Well, let's hope that doesn't happen.
303-713-8255. Listen, as soon as we come back, we have got a couple updates we're going to hit quick. I have got this roofing contract in front of me, what the insurance company actually paid out. I'm going to look at this over the break. We have Jim Black, or James, with Jim Black Construction on. Real quick, this is the one, Deputy Doc, what was this one? Help me out. I've had 100 roofing ones today.
Sure. This is where Gloria called and said that...
Oh, the very high-pitched roof.
Right, and her roof failed inspection, and I have the inspection report with multiple deficiencies, and we'll see what...
And she's saying, basically, I'm never going to have a warranty on this roof because they didn't install it right. And she's also saying that she doesn't really want it repaired. The whole thing needs to be redone.
That's correct.
All right, we're going to get to the owner of that company, and then we have another urgent care. Doc, you might be able to help with this one. We get these all the time now. People go to urgent care. They walk in. They don't know. They have no clue how much it costs to walk in there. An x-ray at some of these places, it could be $4 or $5 grand for, 30 minutes worth of work. It's absolutely a ripoff, in my opinion, and they have popped up everywhere. You know why? Because they make a ton of money off the backs of all these people.
Weekdays 2 to 4. It's
You know what? I'll bring you my bill from when I went to urgent care for my foot. I won't have to pay it, but I'll show you what bill they.
How much was it?
I don't know. I just last week, but Medicare and my supplement covered it. But I'll bring it when I get.
Does the bill incorporate Medicare?
Well, I didn't get the bill yet.
All right, buy and build. These guys are great. They're just west of I-25 in Alameda. If you're looking for new cabinets or granite or tile and hardwoods, they have plumbing and electrical stuff. These guys got everything, and this is the part I love. Pennies on the dollar. They're way cheaper than big box stores. Maybe you need a new toilet, a new sink. You have to check out Buy and Build. They're just west of I-25 on Alameda. You can give them a call. It used to be a big, ugly warehouse. Now it's a lot better looking and bigger. 303-295-6022, or check them out at buyandbuild.net.
Anyway, I'll get the bill when I get it, and I'll show you.
But do they give you, because on Medicare, do they just give you the Medicare bill, or do they give you what they charge?
I don't know. It always... even on you always get an EOB, whenever you get charged.
Explanation of benefits.
Yeah, thank you. So it shows you what was billed, what Medicare or your insurance company pays, and what, if any, you. Gotcha. But if they take, and they can't do what's called balance billing. So if you have, let's say, United Healthcare, and you go to a hospital that takes United Healthcare, and they bill you $10,000.
But you just said a huge caveat there.
What?
If you go to a hospital
right,
that has an agreement
I'm just saying. Right, but you go to a place that takes United Healthcare, the bill's $10,000. United Healthcare pays them $12. They cannot bill you for that other $9,000.
Can you get Gloria back on?
Unless you have MedPay.
Doc, go tell her to get Gloria on, because I want Gloria and Jim on at the same time.
I'll do it.
Well, you know what?
Let's
the
make
main
it
thing
quick,
is,
Nano.
if he gets
quick.
Well, the main thing is whether he got a copy of the inspection report. I think we need to let him see this and then
You're
respond to
assuming
it.
he hasn't seen it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We need to find out.
Okay.
Because I think he's entitled to see this before he responds.
Hey,
So I'd like to, if I could, get a second too, and like bring up everything we do. Does that?
Sure.
Was that cool? You guys are talking machines.
This is their life.
You get her done.
Yeah, sure.
He's over there on his phone.
He's a multitasker.
Dan, you got to look at this
Hey,
one.
Mark.
This is what the insurance company ended up paying for that best whatever roofing. But look, you can't even see. I can't even see what the lines are unless if I'm missing something. You see what I'm saying?
Is it the 14? Huh?
This is that roofing one where the guy wants the O&P or says he doesn't. I need to know what they paid out for the roof. For the life of me, all I care about is what they paid out for the roof. He might as well taken a picture of his dick and sent that to him.
Dick pics are illegal on Facebook.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, this is worthless.
You know why? Because you can Photoshop it from this big.
Why would they do that? Why would he send that?
Just move the camera in and out.
Well, no, you Facebook it from that big to that big on face, right? Like you know, you go from a pony to a horse on face on what do they call photoshopping?
All right, Doc. Let's bring it.
Lots of Photoshop action these days.
Do you want me to get on them?
Hey, Mark, off air, can you ask this guy if he got a copy of the inspection report? And if not, we'll send it to him so he can respond to it.
What's that?
Ask him off air if he got a copy of the inspection
Okay.
report.
No, I'll ask him.
Okay, because if he didn't, he has the right to see it before he responds.
Coming on now.
Well, I'll ask him on air.
We're going to jump into this whole Hardy thing come
Okay.
fourth hour.
So where you play racquetball?
South Suburban.
Thank you. First of all, don't look at me directly when you talk to me.
How you know I was looking at you? Back at you.
He's got a wandering eye.
Did you guys hear Steve Harvey say that? He walks in to do that Family Feud, and he puts this big memo up that says, first of all, anytime I'm walking, and he wasn't kidding, when I'm walking down the hall, don't look at me. Don't talk to me until I had my coffee, and I don't want to hear shit from you.
Did you get Gloria?
So someone took a picture of the memo
Nobody
and
took her
leaked it
number?
out to everybody.
Oh, really?
Did
What
you
a
get an
jerk.
email from Health,
What a jerk.
from Steve?
He's kind of a funny
Emailed
guy.
that to you. If you'll get that into Mark's hands.
Hey, how long does it take to do
He's on line one again.
40 feet of line?
But
Because
nobody
I'm
got
thinking you
Gloria's
got,
number,
you
so
know,
I
when you're
can't
coming
get
through
it.
landscaping, you got to have a backhoe out
He's
there.
got excavation. They own all their shit. I
Yeah, you know,
We usually do it
Can
one day.
you print this out?
you got a backhoe or you got a little.
Okay.
As long as you don't run into hiccups of combos or anything coming off the line, that
Yeah.
if it's just a straight shot, you can just get her done.
Yeah, a couple days.
No,
No, 4 or
2
5
days at the most.
All right, guys.
2 days at the most.
All right, 303-713.
That's a big job. For a couple days.
8255. We've got a ton going on. James,
Can I bet it?
with Jim Black Construction. I need to ask him a couple questions. James, first of all, I appreciate you coming on. We had a caller. What was her name, Doc? Gloria. Gloria called up, said you guys did her roof out there. It won't pass inspection. One of the first questions I want to ask you is, have you actually seen the inspection report?
Mark, thanks for having us on. First of all, we've been in business over 40 years, and we truly are an ethical company that strives to give our clients the best product. So, I'm very well versed with this, and I've actually, the owner of the company, have personally been on that roof when there were first concerns with it. And I'll go back and I'll start kind of giving you just a couple dates here. Jim Black Construction started the demo and the installation of the new roof on February 4th of 2019.
Got it.
On February 6th, it passed a mid-roof inspection from the city of Louisville.
Excellent.
Okay? And then on 4/3, April 3rd, we passed a final inspection. I have all that documentation for you.
On what day?
That was 4/3/2019.
And that was the final inspection?
Yep, that was the final inspection that it passed. So,
all right. Well, there's a big discrepancy here, but let's continue on.
Yeah.
And
I'll
what's
give
the
you
scope
I'll
of the
give you
work
some
that
more
was
information
for
on
which
this.
the permit was pulled?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I assume this was for the entire replacement of the roof?
Yes, sir. Correct.
Okay.
Yep. So it passed the final inspection on 4/3 of 2019. Gloria Dorr noticed some issues with the shingle. Now, Gloria hasn't been on the roof, and I wouldn't expect her to get on the roof.
Sure.
I mean, obviously, that's not something we expect. But there was an issue with some shingles that were manufactured improperly that were installed on the garage roof that she could see from the ground. So we had the Certainteed technical manager come out, and he looked at this, and he says, yes, you're right. He said, these were manufactured incorrectly, and he actually said on here, he said, the overlay tabs were loaded into the overlay laminator machine upside down. We'll pay to swap those out. So she could see that from the ground, so she didn't believe that the roof was installed properly. She couldn't get up there and see it herself. So she called the city again on May 7th saying, hey, listen, you passed this inspection. I don't believe the roof's done. I want you to come back out and look at it. So they came back out on May 7th, 2019, and they passed the inspection again. Same inspector. We have documentation that it passed.
Is that after? I'm sorry. Is that after Certainteed actually paid you guys to replace the manufacturer defected shingles?
Nope, we didn't. She has not let us back on her property, so those shingles are still on there.
How much has she paid you guys so far? I have a feeling zero.
No, I haven't gotten any money.
Okay.
No money is. We haven't been paid a dime on it.
All right. So why? What's her problem at this point?
Well, here's the issue: is that Certainteed did in the report when we had them out to look at these shingles, they did note some other aesthetic issues with the roof. Now, let's remember this.
Yeah, the way you said that. Wait a second, James. The way you said that made me a little nervous. One of the things that she said was the warranty is basically worthless at this point because of the way you guys installed them. Is that true or not true?
That's not true.
Okay.
So Certainteed came out, and when they looked at this manufacturing defect, they also noted a few aesthetic detail issues with the roof that she called the roof route prior to, that said the roof needed to be replaced in its entirety. He disagreed. Certainteed said, no, I disagree. There's some fastener issues that were underdriven. You need to seal some of these nail heads. You need to make the corrections on the manufacturing defected shingles, and they'll fully warranty the roof.
Okay, so hold on.
Gloria,
James, we have lots of connections with roofers and Certainteed. And other products for that matter. So you're saying that someone from Certainteed, if you do the repairs that are needed to whatever way Certainteed wants them in to install, they will give her the warranty.
Absolutely. Same with Jim Black Construction and Nationwide Insurance.
So when I ask her, James, this is where I get so frustrated just in general with people, and it doesn't matter if it's the owner of the company, an employee, or the consumer that called up. When I actually have Daphne call her back and get her on and tell her this, what is she going to say? I mean, where is she going to come from? If you're willing to do all the repairs for zero more money, is that correct?
Correct. Absolutely.
And you
I
will,
get paid, yes.
and they will have the full warranty that you offered and the manufacturer offered at the time the contract was signed, correct?
Correct.
Okay, hold on. I don't need to ask him anymore. Let's get Gloria back on. Do we have her number? Doc, what? Well, let's try to find her and get her on.
I've got Suzanne on it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to hear what she says. I mean, I couldn't get much out of her when I talked to her. She was a little difficult, but I wonder if we're missing something. Go ahead, Doc, talk.
No, I'm just wondering where this secondary inspection report came from that she sent us a copy of, which has all sorts of defects.
Well, he said he had this. He said on 5/7 they did the second inspection.
Let me
James.
tell you here, Mark. I can give you more information. So on 4/3 was the first inspection that passed.
Yes.
She called back 5/7. It passed again.
Yeah.
And then she called back on 5/17. They came back out and they retracted the two previous past inspections, and this is what it says on the permit. Previous final approvals inspections are not valid and are retracted. It says to remain pending per homeowner's discretion due to work not completed. So
okay, James, first of all,
they passed it twice.
See, that's a hell of a thing to leave out, but it sounds like basically just because she's, bitching, if you will, that they decided to do that. But if you go out and do the repairs and everything we just talked about, are they going to pass it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
It was already passed.
I
and
wish
they
you had
pulled
said
it
that, though. Why did you leave that part out? Just
Well, I'm trying to get words in here. You're asking me questions.
Fair
We're
enough.
getting her on the phone. So
Fair enough.
Yeah, I was trying to get there because it's
Fair
quite a
enough.
long story. It's been going back since February.
And I
so
do
there's
want to
a lot
remind
there.
everybody listening, you haven't been paid a dime in this so far.
I have not. No, and I've actually got my legal department involved, and we've written her letters saying, Gloria, we've attempted to try to schedule with you to make these repairs since February of this year, and she basically is saying, I'm not allowing you to make the repairs. I want the whole roof replaced. And I'm saying, well, that's not fair. It doesn't need replaced. We have the city that's passed it twice, plus we have certainty saying make these repairs and the roof is fine. So we need to make these repairs. We're happy to do them.
I got it.
I mean, she won't let us back on the
I got it.
property.
And you know what? Unfortunately, I'm going to talk to her again, but if she won't let you have the opportunity to try to fix it, finish the work, and make sure she does have the warranty you guys said she would have, she's going to have a big problem. I mean, she really is. You're going to end up leaning her house and going after any legal remedy you possibly can in order to get paid.
Correct.
I can't
And I don't wanna
imagine
do
why.
that.
Why
I'm
do you
just
think
trying to
she
make
won't
it right.
let you now? Does she just not have any confidence in what you guys will do? I mean, really, to get down to it, and I'm trying to pick your brain, why do you think she won't let you finish it now?
You know, I don't know that. I don't know Mrs. Dorr personally, and I don't know that I should really voice my exact opinion on that. But I truly believe like I said, I've been on this.
James,
house
she
myself.
voiced her opinion big time right here on this radio station, so I don't know why you wouldn't. I mean, just say it. Do you think she's nutty or what?
I really do. You know, I think that I think at a certain point. I mean, you know, although it's probably not. I don't know her well enough to say that, but she's not being reasonable in the fact that, you know, any reasonable person would understand.
I
that,
got
like,
you. Hold
look,
on.
Yeah. So
All right,
I don't know if she wouldn't let us make these
I understand.
repairs,
James,
and
I
then-
understand. I understand. I'm sorry I had to put you on hold because I'm up against a break. I do want to ask our GM, a master rooter over here, what do you think? You guys do work for the public all the time, and I'm sure in your lifetime you have run up to jobs. You haven't got paid on them. 99% of the work's done. They don't want you coming back. I mean, who knows? You heard this whole thing. What do you do in a case like this? I want to get your take on it after this.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Dan Kaplis today at 4.
Who do I have?
Everyday nutty people. Every day.
Yeah, we see it.
I'm sure you do.
Is the stories are like night and day.
You said, she said.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, the story is what they come up with.
Try to get the number from her, Daff, or from him.
When you pull all the permits and you do your job right, you need to get paid, you know?
Yep. Oh, call him back. Tell him that was my bad.
Especially if it was passed just with the needed repairs, right?
She sounded, was it just me? You guys weren't here.
She was terrible.
She sounded terrible, didn't she?
Well, not only that, she says she hadn't gotten any of the money. The insurance
Who,
company,
Gloria?
Gloria,
Yeah,
the
she
insurance
couldn't- she
company was
couldn't-
working with the roofer.
She couldn't articulate what was going on.
Right. But the insurance
Well, no,
company,
she wouldn't say anything either.
Right, that's the thing. She couldn't even
I
articulate.
used to crowbar on her, and I still got next to nothing.
But the insurance company's not going to work
Oh,
with the
his
roofer.
number
It
is
just doesn't work.
303-452-8710.
What's this printed email you said? The State Farm?
That's Steve. That's from Steve.
Tell Steve I'm waiting for some other stuff, too.
Okay, I'll
this
get
is
on.
this goes with that also.
Hey, guys, the Raleigh House, this one's really, really important. You know, if you know anybody in your life that is addicted to pretty much any substance, it might be drugs, it could be alcohol, it could be anything, and you have tried and tried and tried to get them help, and they just simply don't want to even think about it, they don't want to talk about it, or maybe they make an effort for a few days, then they fall back into that habit. The Raleigh House has come up with a phone number that you can call and learn how to talk to an addict. These guys will give you good advice on how to get someone into treatment, how to help someone with an addiction. I mean, it's really, really cool stuff. You know, they do medically based, it's real treatment, they have individual treatment plans. You know, there's all kinds of triggers for any kind of problem. This time of year around Christmas can be very bad for an addict. So if you want to learn how to talk to an addict, call the Raleigh House. Here's a number, write it down. There's probably someone you know that you'd like to get through to.
720-9722. 720-730-9722. That's the Raleigh house.
We all know somebody.
Everybody.
I got Jackie with
Usually
me.
an uncle.
Usually an uncle.
Everybody's got that weird uncle on one side of the family.
The one that likes chickens.
Or the one that, like, Dan's always wanted to play pocket pool and stuff.
My problem is everybody thinks I'm the crazy uncle.
What was that Biden said the other day?
Oh,
all
man.
the kids love
Actually,
my white
you know
hair.
when he said that was 2017. They just brought that up.
The no malarkey tour.
Isn't that the craziest name?
Isn't that what Biden said? No malarkey tour?
He's got to, he really has to quit reminding people he's so old.
You know what? That
malarkey.
Terrible.
When's the last time someone used it? And it's literally on his bus.
Yes, it is.
He's not gonna,
he's doing his own PR.
He's not going to get the millennials.
And then he came out and said marijuana, he'd never go for it. I mean,
he's bringing that back.
Most of his party are younger kids that smoke dope. He's the only one, I think, on the Democrat side saying that he doesn't like it.
Right.
And let me tell you, the president, one little swipe or one little, hey, we're going to shut these things down, there's nothing anybody can do.
Well, I don't know if it's even come up to the Supreme Court yet, whether or not the, they chose not to, so far the DOJ has chosen not
Their
to
direction is not to do anything.
Right.
Their directive.
Right.
And that's been since Obama.
Right, and the Democrats are not going to do anything.
You guys deal with politics in here a lot too?
No, we
try to stay away from it. I would too.
That gets into the whole other.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Plus, they all suck. I mean, let's really face it.
No.
There is no one happy with their party right now, and I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
They're all crooked.
I do like Trump, though, when he says stuff like, I don't know, some of his tweets to me are the best. They're just like, I don't know.
But
and if he ever nicknames you, just fucking, just accept it and go with it.
Thank you, sir.
Remember, right in his own party during the nomination for him, he went basically right down the line. Little Marco.
Right. Well, he's a showman, not a politician. That's the problem.
Hey. See, what do you call it? Low energy jab.
Right, low energy.
Jab. That's a kid.
Oh, cool. Can we do this? Can I ask you about it?
Well, I can't be revealing someone's medical condition.
No, but I can say you guys are on the case. How's it
going?
going?
Yeah, but read that. Did you read it?
No.
Read it.
There's a lot of big words in here.
No, neurology.
Oh, man.
Brachial plexus, that's what babies, that's what we get.
And this is all based on that injury.
Bottom 4 nerves, the cervical spine, and the top nerve of the thoracic
But
spine.
all she wanted from this was to get her deposit back. That's all she wanted.
Oh, Gloria?
No, this one.
I'll explain it because you want to talk about it, dummy. If that guy managed my apartments, he would be so far gone from this earth.
All she wanted was deposit back.
It's like $1,000 bucks,
Which are we talking
$500
about?
bucks.
Huh?
Which case are we talking about?
Kid went down the railing. They were looking at this apartment. There was no railing on there. He fell off into the stair down the basement.
Oh, I didn't tell you this one.
That's more big words.
The last part of that.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The railing doesn't.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Look at the code it doesn't meet. They're a little outdated over at that complex.
But she is a nice lady. All she wanted was her deposit.
No, that's all she wanted initially. You're right.
Right.
Didn't comply with the 1961 building code.
And this is terrible.
Well, look, I already got.
All right, guys, hold on. 303-713-8255. I keep getting emails. Over time, Marco, I'm going to have you give us an update. There was a young kid. This goes back, it was this year, but it goes back early. And his mother was looking for a new place to live, and they went to this apartment complex. And while they were checking out either the laundry facilities or something down in the basement, they were walking down the stairs, and the kid fell, and man, did he hurt himself big time. And because of that, she called into this show. Now, the reason she called into the show, Dan just reminded me of.
Right.
She did not want an attorney's name. She didn't want anything at this point, but she told the story. Remember what she wanted?
Yeah, just the deposit back because they didn't want that place because it was too dangerous.
Because the kid just fell down their stairs. So picture walking down, and Marco went out there for us and took pictures. I know you did.
I did a site visit myself.
And you sent us pictures back. So as you walk down into this laundry facility, there's no railing. And when I say no railing, at first I'm going, what are they talking about? I mean, for when you're a kid, there's no railing. There's nothing in between the rails and the stairs. The kid fell right under the little handrail, but there was nothing to stop him from falling.
What people don't know is that they think of the railing as something just to support the handrail.
Yeah.
But it actually serves another purpose. They're only, I think, 13 inches apart, so that a little kid's head can't go through there.
Yeah, of course, and you can't fall.
And obviously you want to keep them close enough that no one could fall through.
Honestly, an adult could have fallen through that, though. Forget even the kid.
You could have threw an elephant.
It was crazy. It was egregious. So now listen to this, though. She calls into the show. The only thing she's mad about, okay, listen, the apartment complex took $500, $1,000 down for the deposit. So after this goes down, she doesn't want to live there. And let me tell you, this kid, the pictures she sent in that day to us.
Facial paralysis.
Paralysis. Half of his face wouldn't move. It was unbelievable. We hear the story. We could not believe. Her only issue at the time was this apartment complex not giving her deposit back so she wouldn't have to live where a kid just got hurt. Marco, thank God, went out, got involved in this. And let me tell you, the manager of that complex should be yanked around and drowned. I mean, for so many different reasons. One, to be that neglectful of a staircase in an area like that is one thing. But to fight over a $1,000 deposit when they haven't even moved in, can you imagine how much this is going to end up costing them over time because he's such a moron?
But here's the thing. If they would have given her the $1,000 back,
yeah,
that still should not have prevented, or, maybe she'd have walked away. I don't know what she'd have
My
done.
point,
That's
though, Mark, that's the
But
only reason she called in, though.
I understand. But her kid is seriously injured.
Yes.
And, they screwed up. I mean, it did not meet the 1961 building code.
Oh, man, they're way back.
Okay? And, it's not right. And so what we did is we had an expert come out, a guy familiar with the codes, a building expert, and, knows the, all the codes in the different various jurisdictions. And, he documented. He took photographs and, so they're going to be liable, and which is the right thing to happen.
Of course, and that kid could have medical bills till the day he dies.
Right.
I mean, we're not talking the kid broke his leg and it's going to heal okay over time. This kid's got serious issues. Deputy Daff, did you get Gloria back on with Jim Black Construction or no?
Well, I got her phone number, but now she has her fax on. So if you're listening, Gloria, I'm trying to call.
She's got her fax on. James, you're the owner of Jim Black Construction. I say that just to update everybody. Listen, man. I'm going to talk to her again. She's got to give you an opportunity to fix it. I'm going to try to tell her that. If not, I mean, you're going to do what you have to do. I don't see any issues right now, and I feel like she kind of okey-doked me now that you've given me the chain of events where it passed twice. Then she basically had him fail it the third time because of some of the stuff you were willing to come out and fix.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, we're just looking for her to be reasonable and give us that opportunity to make those cosmetic repairs. And then we want to get the city back out as well as the CertainTeed rep that did the original inspection, so everyone can check it off. And we're before we want to collect any money, we'll make sure she has the certifications for all warranties, that everything's applicable, her roof's good, and then we would expect to be paid at that point.
Well,
but
you're
she
damn
won't pay
right.
us, nor will she allow us back to her property to make the repairs, so we're kind of stuck.
And here's what I think. And James, I'm going to cut you loose. We have your info, man. If I can get her back on, apparently her fax machine's on when we call her number now, but if I can get her back on, I'll get you back up, and hopefully I can at least here's where I feel really bad for. Something went a little south. She wasn't happy with how it looked. There was a problem with some of the shingles, but she's making her case worse now. If she doesn't give them the opportunity, she's going to end up having a lien, and eventually she could have attorney's fees. Eventually she could be foreclosed on. I mean, a lot of things can happen. It's just crazy. There could be court costs, because if you guys place a lien, eventually you're going to have to sue her in a certain amount of time, or that lien's going to be worthless. Let me try to get through to her for you, James. We do have your info. We'll get back to you.
Hey, Mark, this is why you got to tell all the business people out there, return our calls. This is why you get a chance to defend your name, to give your side of the story.
Yeah.
And if we call you up, give us a call back so that it's not a one-sided story. Every story has two sides. This guy
Except for some. Example, Jim Weiss. It's always the same side of the story. There's certain crooks out there that nothing ever changes. So Jason Welbrock, he is the GM of Master Router, and we're going to get to this urgent care deal. Hardy, we're going to get to. Hardy, I know you're listening. I'm doing some stuff in the background. I'm trying to figure something out. I promise we're going to spend time on that next hour, because I want to get you that $10,000 back. I'm going to ask all of our listeners for help in this one, too. And then Sarah, you paid for an engine swap, and I guess someone took the money and run. We're going to try to help you find that deadbeat. One line open, 303-713-8255. Jason Welbrook, you're the GM for Master Router. What would you do in a case like that? You just heard it. What do you think you do? In other words, let's pretend it's a furnace. You guys sell furnaces too. Let's pretend it's a furnace you install. Something minor was wrong with it, and you're willing to come back, make it right. She hasn't paid you a nickel, and now she won't let you back to fix it. What do? You just leave the furnace with them?
Well, I agree with what you guys said. You know, we pull our permits just like that guy did. You try to make it right with people, and sometimes people are just really hard to work with.
There's very few people out there that are that hard to work with. Mm-hmm. And what I've learned, she kind of, how did you guys, Marco, Dan, you heard her talking, Gloria, in that first hour. I thought she was a little, I don't know, I sensed something was a little wrong, but I also sensed she was very agitated at that company.
Agitated? I don't think she understood everything.
She probably didn't.
I think she's trying to get something
for nothing.
For nothing.
Yep.
You know, I mean, look, the guy is obviously a straight shooter, passed inspection.
He
right?
appears, yep.
Then he
that's
wants
right.
to come out and replace the defective shingles.
Yep.
Okay, at no charge.
Yep.
I don't know what else she wants.
Well, we'll find out. I talked to her. Hopefully we can get through to her. Let's take a quick break. I want to figure out what's going on with Sarah. And then Berlin, like I said, this urgent care stuff is horrible. The other thing that happens, they think they're walking into an urgent care, and on the other side's an emergency room, and the next thing you know, you owe like $15,000, $20,000.
Now, Impact.
I can't guess that.
But I don't think she wants.
What's he throwing a baseball?
I don't think she knows that she wants something, because she says insurance company and she hasn't got any money yet.
She's just agitated and doesn't know why.
She doesn't know.
Something for nothing. You hit it right on the head.
Doesn't know who.
This guy,
Marco, I'm going to use you in this commercial.
This guy sounds very reasonable.
What?
He does.
I'm going to use you.
Sounds real reasonable.
You're going to talk just like we're
Well,
on
you
air.
bring up a good point, Doc. If they just come on there and
Yeah, James
that's
doing
what I'm saying.
everything right.
You know, when you get businesses that don't want to come on, give your side of the story.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of times the consumer doesn't know what they're doing.
Yeah, we have people, we pull permits that do the same stuff, you know.
Debbie Boone.
She's still
Debbie
alive.
Boone.
Daniel's bride.
That's funny.
Wasn't that a Stephen King novel?
All right, listen, Christmas is coming up. I'm going to ask Marco Bendinelli what a great gift for his beautiful wife would be. I say flooring, and it doesn't matter if it's hardwood, if it's tile, or carpet. Imagine getting her for Christmas the best carpet out there. We're talking stuff made by Shaw that's got a wonderful warranty. What do you think?
You are so romantic, Mark.
Carpet, my
you
wife
should buy her
would love.
some pots and pans too.
Brand new hardwood, there's lots of things.
Listen, you got to include a bearskin rug.
Oh, you see, here's where we're going to part company. One of the best things you could do out there for your loved one is new hardwood for the house. Is this a stretch? Am I making a stretch here? I do know this. When you do want flooring, you go to simplyfloorsinc.com. Buddy Mitchell and the gang down there. It doesn't matter what you're looking for.
You gave everybody the warm fuzzy there, Mark.
Go away. Go away, Marco. I got to finish. Everybody shut up. Simplyfloorsinc.com for all your flooring needs.
You know, Marco, the rule is
I
You
asked
don't
for
get your
40.
wife or girlfriend anything that has a plug.
Okay, I'm talking to you when we come back. I am. Did you really? No lying. You get her a mic.
Swear.
Oh my God.
That's funny.
Get her a new sweeper. You know.
A sweeper. So
I told you the rule, nothing with a plug. Anything else is okay.
That's right.
So Patrick and stuff, he wants the O&E from the roof. That's what he wants.
What?
Patrick, I think.
He told me on the air he didn't want any O&E at all. That's what he told me.
No.
No.
The homeowner.
The homeowner wants
Listen,
the
this
O&E
is a
for the
sophisticated
roof.
homeowner, by the way.
That's what I think is what
Okay.
it is.
That's the difference right
I
now?
believe that's what the difference is.
He told me, though, the owner, that he didn't want any O&E at all.
No,
Stuff that
I don't
he
think
didn't
so. I
do.
don't think so.
That's okay.
No. You're talking about the roofer.
The
The
roofer.
roofer said he didn't want any O&E.
He did say that.
Yeah.
Right, but for the even though he helped get the other money for the other stuff, he doesn't want the O&E.
But he's
That's
doing
what I-
about it.
That's what I see.
Jackie, how do you pronounce your last name?
Bohi?
Bohi.
Hey, this food drive is really cool for the Denver missions.
It is.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Aren't they no. Who's the bell ringers?
Salvation Army?
Salvation Army.
Quasimodo.
Actually, you should call them right afterwards.
There goes the bench press. You're bringing in Quasimodo.
Oh.
The bell ringers.
You know, to put a lien on somebody's property after 90 days, you can't do that.
Right. That's it. This is
Say that again.
After 90 days, you can't put a lien on
90
somebody.
days from the last day you work there.
Yep.
I thought it was 6 months.
Nope,
No.
90 days.
You have to
180
sue them.
days.
No, you have to take them to court to finalize or get that lien.
Yeah. Yeah, if you don't
Permanent.
get a lien on their property, you're screwed, you know.
Yeah.
You can put a lien on anything, basically. But if you don't go to court and win, it ain't going to matter. Because it will just, well, it doesn't actually fall off, but they can get rid of it.
How many guys are on site to get a 40-foot? I'm imagining with what? 10 inch? What's a main stack?
4 inch on average.
4 inch.
4 inches all main.
What a main stack.
Out of houses, yep.
He's had bowel movements bigger than that.
I mean, think about it.
4 guys. 4 guys. 3 to 4 guys is all I ever have on location.
Back east, the terracottas were.
Back east is where you're from? I'm from Kansas. I'm a Kansas farm boy.
Even when you said Kansas, it sounded Kansas.
Where-
I'm from Kansas.
Where's Kansas?
That's out east.
Where's Kansas?
Isn't it when you go? When's the last time you were back home?
Oh, a year ago.
See, when you go back home, do you find your accent starts picking? It gets thicker or no?
Kansas doesn't much.
If I go back to Jersey, by the time I'm leaving,
Oh, I
I'm
know.
talking like I used to.
Yep.
I'm going to Pittsburgh this weekend. Coming up. I'll come
My
back.
Chiefs beat the Patriots last night. That was good.
Love that.
Yes,
Did you ever
I
say New
did
York
too.
to
Love
cover?
that.
Yep. Amen.
I'm telling you.
Anyone would be.
And the Broncos won. Beat
Unbelievable.
Houston.
And the
Shit.
Steelers
We'll see if
won,
that
but,
EV's
you know,
for real.
It was only Arizona.
It was only-
Rocky
It
Mountain.
was. They put a cardinal spin on the Arizona Cardinals.
The Ravens are going to be the team to beat.
You know what?
How about
Lamar Jackson's got a
you
different
guys
gear.
are underestimating the norm, man.
And the 49ers.
Brady
The
will be
49ers
back.
too.
No.
He needs to retire.
I'd put money on the Patriots.
You know what? Listen.
Going, maybe not winning.
He keeps coming back. I know. You know, like they think he's done. They thought
He's
he
like
was
that
done 3
rash
years
that never
ago.
left.
They need another.
He's like a bad dream.
Yeah, but he
He's like a
didn't
nightmare.
look. He didn't look good Sunday night.
They need another receiver.
But you know what? I don't think I've ever seen him be off this many games in the same
Peyton
season.
came back.
You know what I mean?
Yep, I agree. Yeah, I see the Ravens 49ers in the Super Bowl. I do.
And the Ravens win.
It was a good game 2 weeks ago when they played. Awesome
Of course,
game.
it's hard to beat his team twice.
Yeah.
But Lamar Jackson.
Well,
he's
you
a
know the
stud.
Ravens. If you
He's got a different gear, man.
Wow.
I like Mahomes too, the Chiefs
You know, Marco,
quarterback.
I do. I like him a lot.
I like
Denver's
him.
gonna have a problem with. Look, when they drafted Mahomes, Denver had a problem for 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mahomes is going to last because he doesn't take the hits.
Yeah.
But
All right,
Lamar-
one clear choice
Lamar's
garage
right.
doors. I have bought numerous garage door openers from these guys. They're great. Here's what I love about some of the products they sell. In fact, I'll talk about the one I bought. This thing, this LiftMaster, is so quiet. If you're used to those old belt-driven ones, you're insane. And if your bedroom happens to be over one like our old house was, they're so noisy anytime that thing opens. But these guys will come out. They can just even lubricate, quiet up your old stuff, or they can sell you a new door, a new garage door. They're great guys. In fact, old Chappie down there, the owner, he's a Marine, and once a Marine, always a Marine, and he runs a tight crew. And this guy will save you money, and he'll do the job right the first time. If you're looking for a garage door or an opener, one clear choice, doors.com, 720-370-3987. By the way, they've got locations all around the Front Range, Colorado Springs, North, you name it. These guys have a lot of stuff. One clear choice, garagedoors.com. Now, I am so happy to say this. I was doing a commercial, and I brought a layman into it. What do I mean by that? You know, Marco might be an attorney, but he's no talk show host yet. We're working on that part behind the scene. I brought you into commercial, and you acted like nobody in their right mind would bring up flooring for a Christmas gift. And after I somehow got through with that spot, one of our other guests in studio, who is the business manager of Master Rooter, Jackie Bohe, you said what? And I didn't say anything. What did you say?
I asked for flooring for Christmas.
You did. And who did you ask?
My husband.
And you literally, if we called him up, you want new flooring.
Correct.
See, okay, so Marco, I understand, you know, when you're of your age and your stature.
That's a birthday gift.
Mark, it's like the Peloton commercial.
No, it's crazy. I am telling you straight up.
Anniversary, you know, you got to be romantic.
Jackie, here's what I'm going to do. Do you think you're going to get your flooring?
It's highly possible, yes.
I want you guys to call simplyfloorsinc.com. Buddy will come out, and I'll tell you what, you drop my name or Tom's name with him, I promise you, you negotiate the best deal you can, he'll give you another 10 off. Got it?
Got it.
Got it? And they will come out and show you all the flooring right there at your house, or you can go to their warehouse. And it doesn't cost you anything, and guess what? They also have designers that are 100% free. Let's say you bought new furniture, you want new carpet or new hardwood in a certain room, and you have furniture that matches, they will have a designer help you pick it out. And it's very simple. See how good she's doing? See, because of you, Marco, I had to literally redo this spot because you were making me feel as if no one but my wife, Suzanne, would want new flooring.
Nobody but you could find a woman that contradict me that fast. You know that?
Hey, you know they say happy wife,
happy life.
That's true.
Let me tell you, I've learned that the hard way. All right, listen, truly, listen to this, simplyfloorsinc.com. Just have your husband check it out. And then if he needs a little pressure, you call up. We'll get him on the air during the show. We'll strong-arm him into some new hardwood, some new bamboo flooring.
Pretty tough, though, to put flooring in a Tiffany box to surprise you.
Hey, one of the other things you guys are doing, Sarah, the reason I'm putting you off and everybody else holding, the reason is we've got about 2 minutes. But actually, let me ask Sarah real quick. Then these guys at Master Rooter are doing something great with the Denver Rescue Mission we got to talk about in all seriousness. Sarah, real quick, who did you pay for this engine swap? What was it a company or like a shade tree mechanic?
I would say shade tree mechanic.
Is there a shop?
No, he's a mobile mechanic.
Does he have an actual truck or what? I mean, is it a real business?
He on the invoice it says MV's Automotive. He says he's been in the year for 20 years.
MV as in Michael Victor?
Yeah.
MV Automotive.
Yes.
Deputy Dan, see if you can find something on these clowns. How much did they take?
$970 and my old motor out of my car.
So they took your motor and your money?
Yes.
How much was the total job supposed to be? $1,400. So you basically owed them another $5. That almost sounds impossible. What kind of car was it?
It's an 03 PT Cruiser.
Man. All right. Do you have their phone number?
I do have Mike's phone number.
All right, hold on a second. We're going to come back to you, I promise. 303-713-8255. Here's the order we're going to hit. You guys hold me to this. Sarah, we're going to go back to the mechanic. Then we're going to hit Berlin, who's got a problem with a big bill from urgent care. And then a water heater that some bum isn't warranting. We'll see if that's a legitimate gripe. My name's Mark Major, and you're on the Troubleshooter Network.
happened? They took our engine and didn't. So she
I
has
thought
a
you were
call.
going to do the what's her name first?
Yeah, this guy Craigslist is where he got her from.
Hardy.
We're going to get to Hardy.
So what happened? They took the engine out.
I'll tell you the story.
And she's got a car with no engine in it now.
Right. So they came.
That's
A
a
guy
bad
came out
deal.
there, and she went through this one charity. She's
Yeah.
supposed to get her water pump done. The guy came out there and took the water pump out and messed up with the timing belt. So now the car wouldn't even run at all.
Okay.
Another guy came out. You're okay. Another guy came out and says, "Yeah, he looks like it was he screwed up the engine because the timing belt was screwed up. So you need a new engine."
Okay.
He's going to do it for $1,400.
Right.
So he came out. Took $500.
Depends on.
Then he came back and said, "Hey, I need another $200 and stuff. Then I'm going to take the engine when she was gone, and then I'll bring the engine in tomorrow."
Okay.
Flash casino.
So she's sitting there with no engine in the car?
No engine in the car. I got a picture of that.
Wow.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's like my favorite story about this. I told you, saw a woman in my office. She called me up, said, "Dr. Manfred, I think I'm in labor." I said, "All right, come on to the office. I'll check you out." So she comes into the office. She's in early labor. I say, "Go to the hospital, and I'll meet you there after office hours." Her husband drops her off. Next thing we know, we get a call. He's in Utah. He just dropped her off at the hospital and split. Never came back.
Because he was skiing.
Whoa.
He never came back?
Never came back.
Never?
He said, "I'm gone. Happy baby," and that was it.
It was his baby, too?
It was his baby.
Wow, that's worthless.
That really is, boy.
So I got Marco on the case.
Got Marco.
I'm going to sue somebody.
Marco said, "No."
Look, it's Monday. I'm starting to shake. I haven't sued anybody in like 3 days.
Marco says, "Probably my baby. I can't. I have to recuse myself."
That's funny, the water heater one. We get calls all the time with water heaters. We just had a lady call or a guy. We put the water heater in. The water heater's been in there for 5 years, and they want a warranty of a new one. I'm like, are you serious?
They want a warranty.
Yeah.
It's been in for 5 years, and they think, well, you guys should warranty it and put another one back in for free.
Well, it depends if it has a 10-year warranty.
Well, the labor and work's only a year warranty.
Oh, right.
But then you have
No,
the water.
tank might be free.
There's
You gotta-
no water heaters on average have more than 5 years.
Really?
No. Most water heaters in this state make it 6 years.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
And there's a way to make them last a lot longer, but most
Change
people
out
don't.
the
pressure relief valve.
No, the
drain
anode.
once in a while.
So that needs to be changed. But on the bottom of every water heater, there's a valve
Yeah.
where you can drain it.
Like a hose.
Yeah. You should every 6 months you should blow that out.
6 months?
Yep.
I thought it was
It's
a
just
year.
like a boiler.
I thought it was a
See if you
year.
can get them on
Do
air.
it 6
I would
months.
see if you can get them on air, and then if not, leave our normal. Yeah, no.
You'll double the warranty on your water heater if you do that.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that.
What's that?
Drain my water, hot water tank.
You should drain them every 6 months. Blow them out the bottom because all that settlement gets
Yeah,
in there
of
and
course.
eats out the bottom of the water heater.
What about putting that
Yeah, the
sacrificial?
anode and stuff. Every once in a while, you should
Yeah,
check
the
that.
anodes get, but
You
if
know
you
what,
blow
though?
them out,
But
the
if you
anorod
don't-
cleans
You gotta
too.
blow. You're right. You got to blow it out, though, right?
Yeah.
Do all water heaters now have a
Just draining it
sacrificial
won't
anode
do
in
it.
them?
Yeah, they all have the anorods in them, and
Okay.
they get built up, and you should replace them once a year too. It doesn't
Really?
hurt.
Just once a year?
Drain it.
All you're doing is cleaning out the bottom of it. That's the best thing you can do. It's just like a boiler system.
Well,
You
know
just
what?
drain it.
Yeah, just
You know
drain
what?
it.
You turn it off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you turn
well,
both waters off
Then
on
drain
top.
it. Then turn it on.
Swish it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just hit your pop off
It's like a
valve
radiator,
and give there.
basically.
Well, yeah, but I'm thinking the sediment can collect at the bottom below the valve.
Of course you can.
Yeah, of course.
You drain out like coolant though, then you put a little water in it. You kind of run that for a little bit, then dump that water. Then
Yeah,
put your
yeah,
coolant
yeah.
back in.
So how much would you charge to do that?
Well, nobody ever asked us to do it, but
Well,
we
I'm asking-
charge $120 an hour. Come out,
I don't think you'd want to pay to have that done.
No.
Just do it yourself?
No.
Yeah,
it's so
usually
easy.
wherever it is, there's a damn valve right there.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's got to be a drain right
Yeah.
there.
Or they got installed where it shouldn't have.
That's right.
That's a bigger issue.
Yeah.
Then I guess you could.
Then they put a pan
I guess
underneath
there's a
it.
ton of snow somewhere.
Where?
Trump speaks after DOJ. I like when Trump says, here's where I was going before when he, see, nothing's wrong. I did everything perfect.
Perfect.
I love it.
It was big league.
It was big league. Even the guy said, no problem, Trump great.
He has the vocabulary for third grader.
No, he doesn't. That's not true. God, he went to, where'd he go? Not Boston.
I'll tell you what. He's got everything.
Yale or Harvard? Where'd he go?
He's got
Oh, he went
everything.
to, I don't know, but he went to,
He's a very
he got
intelligent
his
man.
MBA from Wharton.
He doesn't have all that money for his
I think
house.
it's,
He hasn't
his
been a
daughter
businessman like that.
But he talks like a third grader.
Well, because he
Yeah,
grew up on a construction site.
Well,
You
Seriously.
know,
man.
they can call him childish. They can call him, he doesn't speak well.
Can you imagine anybody else right
Yeah,
now?
he's
though?
breaking records. Everywhere you look, he's
Yeah.
breaking records.
Oh, they're crazy, right? Our economy just last Friday was like
3.5.
they don't even know what to
unemployment.
say anymore.
Well, no, if he would just kept his
The argument used to be wages aren't going up, even though unemployment's
Now
wages are going up.
I know.
And then they'd say, "Oh, we're going to head for a recession." Nope, no recession.
And then all the World War II vets that, died, like Hiroshima taking the island, like when they hear I'm like fourth generation Democrat. Okay, I grew up in Pittsburgh. Union Boilermakers, union pipe
No, these
fitters.
guys, he's union.
My
He's
whole
pro-union.
family, my whole family, But these Democrats, but my dad also got two, oak clusters with Bronze Stars defending our borders. And then when they just say, let them in, it doesn't mean anything to be an American.
Yeah.
You know what? You should listen to the 1963 Kennedy speech. When the missiles were in Cuba, he said, we will do anything to protect our borders.
Yeah, you had to.
Okay, we will pay, bear any burden, pay any cost. We fight not of might, but of
I thought that was
Anyway.
Churchill that said that.
No, that was.
I'm just kidding.
No,
We will
that was-
defend
that
our
was Kennedy.
But Churchill said the same
Kennedy
thing.
would be a Republican today.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What did he say in his election?
Well, almost any.
Ask not
Clinton would
what
be a.
what your
Clinton would
country can
literally
do
be
for
a
you,
Republican.
Well, now.
but ask what you can do for your country.
And that would get him.
They'd actually be libertarians.
I voted for Clinton. I like Clinton. Not Hillary. I like
No,
Bill.
yeah.
That's right.
Maybe they did it.
That's right. Anyway, it's just unbelievable. The whole country's going crazy. It doesn't mean anything.
The first non-Democrat I voted for was Trump.
I'm telling you. They're crazy.
Well, look what's going on with
all the
free
shootings
speech at college
and it's
campuses.
everything. It's just horrible.
Yeah, you know what? And then take the guns away from the law-abiding citizens,
Yeah, that's
so
not
only the
gonna
bad guys got guns.
Well, you know what?
That's a good idea.
None of these,
I know, that's like the worst argument
Right.
you could ever
It
make.
is.
None
Send
of
your
these-
pigs in a barrel.
none of these shooters are NRA members,
Exactly.
That's right.
and they're getting on the NRA. They're the
I'll
responsible gun
guarantee you,
owners.
they're probably setting that up.
How about our military wasn't armed in Pensacola?
Did anybody answer
Inside
that
the
number, Gap?
classroom.
Yeah.
They had to call the sheriffs in to shoot them. Because they're not allowed to carry firearms. Or something.
Hold on, guys.
Okay, don't get me started.
Welcome to the show. This is the only show of its kind. We're here to solve problems, answer questions, take your complaints. We're really here to try to make your life a little bit better. Of course, we're here to entertain as well, but we are here to educate. I guess primarily that is what this show's about. When we talk about the $200 million in cash, merchandise, exchanges, and refunds directly due to this show that Mr. Martino started almost 40 years ago, we're also using part of that education. You hear something on this show and you don't make the same mistake. I don't even know how to put a number on that. I don't know how to do it. But a lot of people get their street smarts, if you will, from this show. They know not how to get ripped off.
Look at the guy who called up about the auto inspection. How many people learn from that to have somebody look at a used car before you buy it?
Better than that, Doc. That's Deputy Doc, by the way. Better than that, he actually said, I have listened to this show forever, and I hear you guys talk about getting a pre-purchase. Who do you suggest?
Right. And that doesn't even count towards the $200 million.
No.
All the people you saved on used cars.
Yeah, and even the scams you hear out there, it's hard to hear and it's hard to believe some people get taken by these IRS ones. One that's really sad, and it actually works quite a bit, is when someone calls up an elderly couple and acts like they're the grandson and they have to have a certain amount of money to get out of jail. And someone like myself goes, God, how could anybody fall for that? It happens day in and day out. So hopefully they listen to this show. They tell their neighbors. They tell the other people. And someone happened to hear that this could be a scam, and they don't fall for it. But that's what this show's about. There's nothing else out there. We transcend politics and everything else. 303-713-8255. I'll tell you when a line is open. Now, we've got lots of stuff to talk about, but I got to talk to my guests real quick, and I promise we're going to get right to business. But, Master Rooter, you guys are doing something. Who did you guys team up with for this effort?
We are working with the Denver Rescue Mission.
So Denver Rescue Mission, and you guys are placing boxes, or what are you guys doing? How can we help here at the Troubleshooter Network?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are actually having bins at our office in Lakewood, 8810 West Colfax Avenue, and we're also partnering with some of our amazing clients, apartment complexes that are putting up bins in their areas as well.
And what kind of donations are we looking for, like jackets, clothes?
Yep. New or lightly used winter wear, so anything that involves, gloves, hats, coats, anything that you
Socks.
can spare. Socks. Absolutely, and also non-perishable foods.
That's big.
Yes.
And these boxes, what's the best way to find a box?
You can call our office, 720-434-3406, and we'll find one closest to you, or you can just meet us at our office.
I love referral list members that also get involved. We have great ones. Not just, of course, you guys. You guys are great at Master Rooter, but a lot of people on our referral list give back all the time. I mean, honestly, look at Marco Bendinelli, attorney at law, sitting next to me, the Bendinelli Law Firm. If we've got something that is very tragic and we need help, you're a phone call away, and you always prove yourself to us.
We enjoy stepping in and doing what we can to, carry our share.
Well, I want you to hear this story, Marco. And Sarah, I know, I'm going to give Sarah a quick update, then we're going to hit Hardy. But Sarah, we called that number. Deputy Daff, when you call that number to this mobile mechanic that took $950 from Sarah in order to do an engine swap, and she hasn't heard from him, what happened when you called the phone number?
It went right to voicemail, but the voicemail is full, and I cannot find anything on them on the internet.
Anywhere, because they're a bunch of thieves, in my opinion. And listen out there. If they happen to be listening, and you'd be surprised how many people listen to this show, a lot of things I say are, in my opinion. Sometimes I'll make an outright statement. So literally, in my opinion, these guys, what was even the name of it, Sarah? What's the name of these people?
Michael Vick.
Yeah, MV Auto. These people at MV Auto, I mean, where did you find them? Let me guess. I'm just going to guess.
You need to send him a text.
Where did you find
him you got some work for him, and I bet he answers the text.
We'll come up with something. Sarah, what do you think? Where did you find these guys?
I found him on Craigslist.
God.
He actually.
If you're not giving, I'm gonna give you a very good rule of thumb. If you're not giving something away, don't use Craigslist. I have used Craigslist successful 1 million times, and here's what it is. Trampoline, come and get it in the next 2 hours, it's free. Guess
buying
what?
things, not services.
Services are the worst, but even buying things, I'd never buy a car off there. Well, maybe I would, because I do my due diligence. But you don't do services. You're not going to find a good plumber, for example, on Craigslist. It's just not going to happen. And I'm sure I'm going to get calls, I'm a good plumber and I've advertised on there. Okay, maybe there are a few good ones, but there's too many thieves.
In fact, but, you have to vet them.
Sarah, this is one of these ones I would love to say, Daphne, let's mark this as a follow-up, or Deputy Doc, let's get this handled, or Deputy Dan. But here's the sad part. It's not even a real business. It's some crook that you paid $970 off of Craigslist that took your money and ran, and his cell phone, no one answers, and there's nothing, you can't even leave a message.
I want to know how a mobile mechanic switches out an engine. I mean, you need an engine lift. You got to have a garage.
You can do it.
Well, I mean, I guess he got a mobile lift to take her engine,
You
right?
lived in the city. My God, they can take all your tires in about 8 minutes.
I'm just saying, an engine swap is probably not something done, near the sidewalk.
Sarah, here, I'm going to give you a little bit of instruction. Are you in Denver?
No, I actually live in Manitou.
Manitou. That's not too bad. Springs. We have a lot of listeners there. Here's what I will say. If you can get one of your friends to text this guy and create a sting to where we can meet this guy somewhere to have our vehicle looked at, but you've got to do the legwork. You got to have a friend with a different cell text and say, hey, I heard you do this. You mind looking at my car this Friday somewhere around Manitou, or someone actually more preferably in Colorado Springs there. And I will send people down, or I'll go myself and we'll do a sting live on the show. But you got to get it set up. So you need to contact them, have a place to meet them, and we'll be there to meet them with you.
Okay, well, I'm in Oklahoma right now visiting with family, but I definitely will do that.
All right. Well, there you go. An Okie that got okey-doked.
I've been looking for one. She truly is an Okie that got okey doked.
She doesn't have a car.
Yeah. Folks, please. I mean, honestly, all kidding aside, Craigslist, just at minimum, just be aware of what's going on.
And you don't want to villainize.
How many attorneys are on Craigslist?
You know what? I want to say something. You don't want to villainize all the guys that are trying to make an honest living on Craigslist either, right?
No.
Because there are some honest guys out there.
Yeah, like the Craigslist killer. I know. There's lots of them out there. He was honest.
Come on, Mark.
I mean, seriously. Have we ever had a good Craigslist call, Dan? You've been here years.
Oh, yeah. We have.
Okay,
and I've actually used a service on Craigslist also.
What was it?
Digging out my crawl space, my house.
Digging out your crawl space. Okay, you know what? Maybe I would hire someone to dig out my crawl space. Yeah, who's down there, Dan? Who's down there, buddy?
We don't know yet.
Okay.
Jimmy Hoffa.
You still got a hole down there. All right, 303-713-8255. Switch gear. This one's serious. Hardy, I gave your case a lot of thought over the weekend while Suzanne and I, well, I'll tell you the truth. While we were sitting in our hot tub, I couldn't stop thinking about this company that screwed you over, and I want to talk about it with Marco Bendinelli a little. The bottom line, what's that company's name, the housing? Century what? It's Century Communities?
Century Communities.
Century Communities. By the way, Marco.
Greenwood Village.
Yeah, they are a very, very big builder. They're actually on the NYSE to give you an idea of the size and how many houses they sell. This guy in 2017 and his wife, Patrick, you're there, right? Or I'm sorry, Hardy, you're there, right? Hardy? All right, I'm not going to hang up by any means. So, Daphne, try to get Hardy back up. I know he's been holding for an hour. This is 100% my fault. Get him ready so we can talk about it. But, Marco, you're looking at a lot of the paperwork.
I am.
Bottom line is they gave this home builder $10,000 as a down payment on a new house. I assume
in August of 17.
Yep,
July or August.
And I assume because I've bought a lot of houses from builders over the years, they also either have a relationship or own their own finance company.
Right.
One of the things when you take a loan out on a house is you need to make sure you qualify. So even if you do have money for, say, the 10% down payment or whatever it is, when you go to get the loan, they want to make sure you can make the payments like anything else.
But if you don't qualify,
you should get your 10 grand back.
Money back.
And for the life of me, I can't figure out why this publicly traded company has taken their 10 grand and not given it back in 2 years.
I know exactly why.
Weekdays 2 to 4. It's Michael Brown.
Usually put into an escrow account.
What's that?
Isn't it usually put into an escrow account?
Builders are way different.
So is this in an escrow account?
Well, I don't know. That's true.
Builders are not a typical real estate contract.
That's been 2 years. So
I know why. They didn't give it back.
We gotta.
They lied.
Oh, hold on. Let me talk to you one more time.
Okay.
Okay.
Say,
Hey, you can
who
put
do
one
I
of
have?
them things in my office,
Over?
too.
What's that?
Collection site.
Oh, wait.
We're coming back. You guys are
Actually,
big time.
it's them, right? I want to do it with them. Tell me when. You guys are going to have the opportunity to do your own commercial with me, which is bizarro.
Cool.
Just don't pull a Marco.
What's that?
Yeah, what is that? What is that? You mean, being
lawyers.
Be concise and funny.
No, you know what they say about lawyers? If their lips are moving, they're lying.
So we got a discount for the season. You want me to say it then?
I'll drag it out of you.
Okay.
Just one of you though. You want to do it?
Sure.
Drag it.
a flat discount?
For a furnace replacement?
Hey, and by the way, it's always fun coming down here.
We're gonna come down again. Yeah.
Okay, hold on, guys.
He's gonna owe me pizza.
Okay, hold on, guys. All right, I want to talk about Master Rooter, and this is a very unique situation because they're in studio with me. I've been talking about them for a while. These guys are great plumbers. Here's what I love about them. Whether you just need a toilet installed, maybe you need a new sink or a faucet installed, all the way up to a full-blown sewer line replacement. In fact, the other stuff they do is anything to do with plumbing. Now, you guys are in studio with me, and you have another discount, but I know I always talk about your plumbing because you're great plumbers, but I know you want to say some other stuff, so go.
Awesome. So we, in addition to plumbing, we also do HVAC. So for the season, we are offering a $500 discount for furnace replacement through January.
Like a real deal. You don't mark it up.
Correct.
Don't you love doing spots with me? I gotta ask you about your deal. Listen, these are great guys. They've been on a referral list for a long time. The other thing is, here's why I say write their number down. 24/7 emergency service. Most of the time, you don't know when you're going to need a plumber, and when you do, you need someone you can trust. Master Rooter Plumbing. 720-688-1970. 720-688-1970, or check them out at referrallist.com.
Scammed, fed up, burned, tricked. These are some of the comments we get from the hundreds of thousands of people who call to get their free copy of my best-selling book, Wealth Beyond Wall Street. Hi, I'm Inc. Magazine best-selling author.
I
always use free copy of my book
Is
because
that cool?
That's right. Yeah.
But that's not what you just said.
You said 1970.
Oh shit, my bad. I was
You
reading
know what? That's
yourself.
a good number, though.
So I'll
That's a good number, 1970.
Is it?
1970.
Is that when you were born?
Guess what number
No.
he's got?
No.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. You know what he does for a living. Ready?
Yeah.
1-800-ATTORNEY.
That's awesome.
When did you get that? Like a million years ago?
I was gonna say,
Where did you buy it?
Like 4 years. I bought the franchise for the state.
Okay, I didn't know.
Because they do it with IP addresses now and stuff.
So when they call within that whatever range,
Yeah, like
it
if
goes
you're
to
in
you.
if you're in Kansas and you call 1-800-ATTORNEY, you won't get you'll get the Kansas 1-800.
What is if you're literally standing on the border and you're using a cell phone?
You're gonna
that's
confuse
using.
Okay, your specialty.
So Jason, I gotta tell you where you got your shoes.
Hey,
Where'd I get them?
Hold on, let me see him.
info and I'll get you a bin.
Yeah.
You got your shoes on your feet.
Oh!
They set you
Not
up.
even right.
Set you up.
Hey, great meeting you guys.
Nice meeting you
Hey,
guys.
that means you got to bring
Hey,
pizza
thank
next.
you so much.
Get up and knock that out.
Dan,
Nice meeting you guys.
pizza next time. He lost the pizza bet.
Have a good Merry Christmas,
Yeah, you
fellas.
guys too. You guys too. Thanks for coming in.
Nice
Nice
meeting
meeting you guys.
Everything
Good
going
attorney
good?
at law.
Perfect.
Yes.
You guys getting good calls?
Hey, nice meeting you.
Yep.
Just take care of them. I haven't had one complaint.
Okay,
Not
we're in
one, and I love
Westminster.
that.
The 90th,
So do we.
92nd was, but that's my cell phone.
Okay.
If you can't get anybody at my place,
Okay.
okay?
Appreciate it. I'll be
Which
seeing you
one's
then
surprised,
soon.
guys?
If a Walmart truck runs into you,
Hey, and if you ever need me now, you got my cell phone number.
I got it. Thanks,
Okay.
Marco.
I
Bye,
send you a
guys.
text.
Yeah, thanks.
It's been a
Or
pleasure.
call, text.
Yeah.
did she find Hardy? Do you know?
Yes, they did. They felt comfort.
That's the whole thing. You got to make people. I'm a little standoffish, hard to talk to.
You know, Mark, it's a good thing I know you. You know, you don't offend me anymore.
You know, he's such a pussycat.
When I knew, once I learned.
I don't offend him. This is an attorney.
You can't offend attorneys.
Yeah, you got thin skin. You know what's funny? If you meet his kid, you'll meet him at someday. Holy shit, man. I'm not afraid to say it. This kid's like 6'3", 6'4". He looks like he could be on The Bachelor with no fucking problem whatsoever.
He's everything I'm not.
I'm pretty sure his ex got probably impregnated by somebody else.
No, he looks like me.
I know,
Same thing
that's-
with my
that's the
kid.
problem.
My kid's 6'5".
Is he? Oh, but
Yeah,
but
you're
tall.
big, though.
Yeah. He hits a golf ball 350 yards. It's ridiculous.
Really?
It's like
Yeah.
I had driver, and I'm just about where he
And
is.
he's smart.
He's a good kid.
Yeah, he is.
My kid was smart because you know what he majored in? He said ABM, anything but medicine. I'm not working as hard as you did, Dad.
Yeah.
How many babies you deliver?
Oh,
Yeah, you're on call 24 hours.
I was on call a lot.
Like, how many though?
Oh, I don't know.
1,000?
Probably at least.
Well, didn't you do
Tom
your
asked
first
him,
day
last
out?
time he was
yeah.
in, you know what Tom asked him? You'll love this. Because we've all thought this, but no
Right.
one has. You know, when you're looking at the hoo-hoos all the time, do you ever get excited and do they all look the same?
You know what? I know I could guess the answer. That's work.
No,
It's
if
exactly.
it's an attorney,
It's work.
if it's an attorney, the
But
answer
at
would
night,
be, it depends.
You know what? You change the setting.
That's
it's
right.
A completely different ballgame.
It depends.
Is that right?
Absolutely.
That's what
That's
you're
work.
supposed to say. It depends.
Yeah, you know what? If she's old, she's wearing Depends.
All right, 303-713-8255. Ed, is that cool? I just jumped in like that.
Let's help Berlin.
All right, we've got a lot of stuff going on. We need to. I don't know if we got Hardy back or not. We've got to figure that out. But Deputy Doc is saying he might be able to help out Berlin. Berlin, you went into an urgent care. Give us a quick rundown of what happened.
Oh, Mark, I just have a quick question.
Go ahead.
Went to urgent care with pain.
Yeah.
They referred me to the Penrose Hospital emergency room.
What was the
I
pain?
thought urgent care, like a lower right hand, like lower right. I thought it was
lower right quadrant.
Thought. Yeah, that sort of stuff. Thought
So,
it was
Doc,
like appendicitis.
Well, first of all, Doc,
Anyway.
why would they do that? Why would they say that? And is that normal?
I don't know. I mean, we're just getting part of the story here, so let's hear the whole story.
Go ahead.
Right. So is it the urgent care doctor did nothing, didn't do any blood work, didn't do it, just felt around and like when he was feeling around, he'd go, "Where's the pain there?" And I'd be going, "Yeah," and it's like, anyway. So he referred me to the emergency room because they didn't have a lab, they didn't have a scanning equipment.
I got you.
They
So
didn't have
did you go over to the hospital?
They sent me over to the hospital.
Okay.
And I was like, I would have never gone to the hospital, emergency room. But I was thinking I was being referred there for their equipment.
I understand. So ultimately, I think I see
$1,000 bill.
the hospital or the urgent care are both combined.
Oh, probably both combined, but mostly it's this hospital.
Doc, we get this call. I mean, if you're on duty, I don't care where you're working, but if you're not an emergency center and certain things show up, and of course we can't go back in time and you examine her, I mean, I have no idea how you would blame the physician that was at the urgent care for telling her that he thinks she needs to go to the ER to get the bill paid.
Yeah, so what happened? You got a bill from the ER?
Yeah, well, it's all, but I got an explanation of benefits, and I talked to United Healthcare this morning. They said, the patient, I have all rights to appeal all these bills. And so the total amount is $17,000, and then they're going to pay some of it. And they were like going, really? This is
well, hold on a second.
$17,000?
Berlin, I got to say a few things. Who do you have for health insurance?
United Healthcare.
So United, you're still going to have a maximum out of pocket of whatever it is, right, Doc?
Right.
So what is your maximum? Right. It's probably $65, $75 per individual, so you're probably going to end up just maxing out.
I'm sure that's too. But my portion of the bill of the billing is going to be like $2,500.
Oh, well, actually, then I find it. Honestly, I find that you're lucky. I know you don't think that. But to answer a couple questions. One, you're not going to be able to get this urgent care or that physician there to ever take responsibility and pay it regardless of anything.
And then my question is,
hold on, hit the button, Doc.
One of the billers,
yeah.
And they said if I don't pay, and United Healthcare told me, during my appeal, don't pay any bills, don't pay anything.
Okay.
And so I talked to one of the billers today, and they said, well, if you don't pay, we're sending this to collection.
Yeah, and they will after enough time. No, they will. I mean, Berlin, trust me, I can't stand healthcare as it stands right now. I'm telling you, I pay monthly for what I call nothing. I literally pay monthly. I pay $1,400 a month, and then I pay cash anytime I go to the doctor, up until $6,500 per person or $12,000 for the family.
But Berlin, they still have to justify what they did for $17,000.
Exactly, and I guess they're going through that with United Healthcare.
Is it someone that United Healthcare has an agreement with?
I guess.
Well, that's a big part of it, but there's not much you're going to do.
I think it's all in network. You see this in network.
Yeah, long as you're in a network, your health insurance is going to do what it's supposed to do. If your bottom line is $2,500 and that initial bill was $17,000, consider yourself lucky.
So are you upset with the bill or the fact that that the urgent care doc sent you to the emergency room?
Yes, I'm upset that I would have never gone to the emergency room had I known I was being charged for emergency.
What did they diagnose?
Yeah, what ultimately was it?
It was, yeah, it wasn't appendicitis. It was just like, oh, you know, it could have been
Gas or something, whatever.
Or ovaries are moving, or you know, and it was like, oh my God.
Or it could have been life-threatening.
You see, that's it. Marco, I know that, but here, Marco just made a great point. Let's take this backwards. No, hold on, Berlin. Let's take this backwards. You show up at urgent care, and instead of sending you over to the hospital, they cut you loose. Meantime, your appendix blows up and you're dead.
Oh,
now what?
No, I know.
It sucks,
but
though.
I just feel like urgent care should have had some kind of other facility available.
I'd like to open up some urgent
room.
cares. We should all chip in and open up some urgent cares, Doc, because it's the only place you can walk in, and they just charge you whatever they want.
Well, they still.
Yeah.
So,
very expensive
Berlin,
endeavor.
I appreciate you holding this long. There's nothing. I understand your frustration, but literally, there's nothing we can do. Doc, I got to tell you something, man. Here's the problem with healthcare in a nutshell. If you have a health plan that does not have a deal with whatever hospital, I don't care if it's Porter, Centura, whoever it is, if there's no deal there and you end up in there, you're going to get billed, right?
Right.
Now, because there is no deal with your insurance in that hospital or that group, there is no rebilling. Meaning, if they want $35,000 for an MRI and an upper GI and something else, you have to start with the fact you're negotiating $35,000. The sad part is, if you have certain health care, that $35,000 will whittle down to $2,000. If you're on Medicare, my God, that $35,000, literally the hospital might only bill $1,000. Depending on who you are and what insurance you have and what agreement they have, these hospitals can charge whatever they want. Can you imagine in a world where 7-Eleven can sell me a hot dog for $15, but they can sell you one for 50 cents? And there's no menu pricing anywhere. You don't even know the cost of the damn service until you get billed for it later. Marco, you deal with insurance companies all the time. It's a bunch of crap.
It is. Now, the flip side of that argument is, you go for a $1,500 MRI, okay? Blue Cross and Blue Shield pays $900. United Healthcare might have to pay $1,150 because Blue Cross and Blue Shield, they own more of the market.
Yeah, they have a better deal with that setup.
So they contract based on market share.
Doc, when you delivered a ton of babies, so you're in hospitals all the time, and people had all different kinds of insurance. Ultimately, at the end of the day, did you make a different amount depending on what insurance company the woman had?
Of course.
See, that's the way the system
well,
is set up.
You earn a different amount.
Yeah.
But your bill's the same.
I bill the same, but different insurance companies pay you different amounts.
It's just the rebilling drives me crazy. And even if they gave people heads up like this urgent care or the emergency room they sent her to, she might have made the decision walking into that emergency room. If she knew she was going to be $2,500 out of pocket, she might have waited till the next day to see her primary care.
That's true. Is there any
Denver's talk station?
I was going to say, is there anything else in life
I'll tell
you
you.
walk in and you have no idea what you're getting charged?
Here's the crazy.
No idea. Anything else in life that happens?
Here's the crazy thing. My ex-girlfriend had some surgery done at St. Joe's, right? The bill was $72,000. Okay, she had Kaiser. Kaiser paid St. Joe's
$20,000.
$12,000. That $60,000 disappeared. Where'd it go to?
Well, that's because they contract with
Exactly. So they can bill you for whatever they want, and the people who don't have good insurance are the ones who get stuck.
Hold
on, guys.
You're paying the $60,000.
Right.
Dan, keep it down, bud.
I gotta go. I gotta say something when you're here before I go.
I love when a great product can do a couple things. One, save you money, and two, make your life a little better. If you have traditional insulation in your walls in your house right now, there's a good chance that the guys at foamyourwalls.com, which is actually Rocky Mountain Retro Foam, can come out and cut your energy bills up to 50%. 50%. It's one of these products that can actually pay for itself over time. The second thing this product does is it can soundproof areas. I mean, up to 90% soundproof. So maybe you have some interior walls where you might have a music studio next door, or your exterior walls, you're near a highway and you're hearing some come through. This stuff is very cool. It's a state-of-the-art injection foam that they pump right into your walls. It goes around the entire cavity. It goes around all the electrical. They don't have to tear your walls open, and you can save up to 50%. You got to give these guys a call for a 100% free estimate. 720-676-6333, 720-676-6333, foamyourwalls.com.
Just that you know, he said 90%, should be 80%.
80, 90. Yeah, that's why I always say up to, though.
Okay.
Because I'll tell you right now, if your wall is made out of
Hey Marcos, you don't do any media advertising for your company, right?
Well, actually, Fox 31's coming out to my office tomorrow. We're going to shoot some commercials.
Okay, because I haven't seen any of your.
Yeah, we were advertising on television a couple years ago, and then we got really busy.
How many you got in the pipeline right now? 1,000?
Hardy ran to the restroom, still not back, so I don't know what to tell you there.
Okay.
But line 2 is not bound, so please, please, please. Take
we got
what does outbound mean?
They called us and we called them back.
Okay.
So we try to get the boys to take that.
Right.
Stay for this one, then you can get out of here.
All right, I want to say something before I go, just like 10 seconds.
What'd you say?
I'm gonna ad lib for 10 seconds.
You have that cutoff button in case he 7-second delay.
Starts dropping the F-bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen.
You get him talking about some of these judges, he will.
It's likely to happen.
Did you know my buddy Mike Villano? Did you ever have a case before him? Okay.
Where's he?
He's also he's in Golden.
Yeah, Jeffco.
Jeffco, yeah.
Yeah. We don't, I only practice in district court.
Okay.
So you got muni,
right.
You got county, and then you got district.
Got it.
He's not a district court judge. I probably know.
Okay.
I sued this hospital.
There's some bad ones out there, though.
I sued a hospital.
Judge Ty. I'm not going to mention any names. Judge Ty.
And they bumped. He's got his earphones on. They bumped it up to. They bumped it up to federal court.
What did you sue a hospital for? Malpractice or?
It's got to do with med pay. Before they rebuild what I owed them through my Kaiser insurance, they took the med pay and applied the whole amount to the med pay. If they did it the proper way to me, my med pay would have stretched a hell of a lot further. I actually ended up. Well, I said it ended up good.
So I don't mean to disparage her publicly, but I'm just saying, but it happens. A lot of times I'll get rulings from judges that
mumbo jumbo.
I think, aren't
should they kept to themselves.
Hey Dan,
solid.
I bet you I can tell you where Marco got that shirt.
Where?
You want to bet lunch?
No, you're probably right. It depends on how well you know me.
Goodwill.
I know where he got that shirt.
Goodwill, right, Marco?
There was some goodwill involved, but anyway.
You want to bet lunch?
Go ahead.
Lunch?
Lunch.
You got that shirt on your back. You owe me lunch.
Marco, we just did
your shoes.
We just did the fucking thing with the shoes.
Hey.
You know what, listen. All right, that's last
Guess
time
what?
I fall for that.
Doc can tell you where you got those glasses.
Yeah, okay. You guys
I can't believe you fell for that. We just did the freaking shoes.
Tom tries to do that after we do the shoes. Tom goes back, okay, we got your shirt. He hates that when we do the shoes.
That might have been the first successful double.
You know what? I'm slow, okay?
And I was gonna hire him for my.
Once in a while, I'm slow.
I bet it's an Italian shirt.
No.
No?
Men's Warehouse.
Where'd you get it?
Robert Graham. You know Robert Graham?
Heard of him online.
He makes cool shirts.
I want to get a couple Untuck It shirts. I just haven't.
Yeah, those look pretty good, don't they?
They look nice.
Untuck It?
Untuckit.com.
Just so you don't,
Yeah, this guy was like the first guy that made the, the different inside cuffs. And he like pioneered that stuff.
All right, we've got a ton going on. We're going to have to deal with this Hardy thing. So, Hardy literally has been holding a while, and honestly, we're going to get this 10 grand back. Let me talk to Marco Beninelli real quick. You've looked over this. This poor guy and his wife give 10 grand down to this builder, and bottom line is Century Communities has kept that $10,000 for 2 years. You've looked over different things. Just give me a rough look or a rough guesstimate on what's going on here.
Well, one thing I thought was notable is that the builder sent them a letter. I think it was in, November?
Yeah, you're talking about the letter saying, sign here so we can keep your 10 grand.
Well, yeah, and then they send her a letter saying that, since you have chosen, not us.
Yeah, correct.
Since you have chosen to not go through with the transaction, you lose your $10,000. However, I saw in one of the legal pleadings that Hardy says we never
canceled.
We never canceled. So they put that in writing to, I guess, bolster their position or, in an attempt to keep the 10 grand, and they didn't default.
I can't believe a company the size of these clowns, in my opinion.
Pretty sleazy to me.
For over 10 grand to an older couple, or any couple for that matter. Hardy, I do have a couple questions. It looks like, and Marco, am I correct or incorrect, it looks like there could be court dates coming up from what was filed or not filed.
I don't know the dispositions of the motions, and, I have an incomplete packet.
Yeah, Hardy, did you guys sue these folks or not?
We went through different procedures trying to get our money back, and matter of fact, each time we sent something went through the court and filed documents or what have you, they came back.
Do you have a case pending? Hardy, what I'm really asking is there a case pending? Do you have a court date or not coming up?
Or arbitration?
Or something?
Okay, they got it set up now for arbitration, but we have to make it to the court today to go ahead and file that.
You mean to file so you don't go to arbitration?
Yeah.
I don't know why you wouldn't win in arbitration.
No, I'm aware of that, but what I mean is...
if you're pro se, if you're representing yourself, that's a better place to be than in the court system.
Yeah, so I guess I'm missing it. Say what you were saying again, Hardy.
Well, the different times that we've gone to, we've taken these things to court, they sent back documents saying that that they dismissed it.
You know what?
Without prejudice.
Here's what I want to do. Hardy, I'm going to touch base with you again tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
Hold on. Here's what I want to do. Deputy Dan, I want to know what community he was going to move into. It's on that paperwork there. I want the phone number of wherever these model homes are. I want every listener out there to pretend these are your parents. Your parents that have saved and worked their entire life.
$10,000.
They take $10,000. And if you're just joining us, here's what they're claiming from what we can make out. They wanted to buy the house. They gave them the $10,000 earnest money. The company said, hey, some of this earnest money was in cash. Some of it came out of your checking account. We need to have a paper trail on the cash, or else we can't get you financed to buy the house. They couldn't come up with the paper trail where the cash came from to satisfy what the builder was looking for or the lender. So Century Communities decides to keep their $10,000. It's outrageous.
Outrageous. It sounds corrupt. It's despicable.
It is.
I use the word egregious.
It is. It is egregious.
Despicable.
And these guys, in fact, that's even a better word. In my opinion, it's despicable.
It is.
Unless if we're missing something. But I can't find anything we're missing.
Really.
They even tried to send these guys something to sign.
Even if, they tried to get them to sign a waiver, basically saying that because you canceled the transaction, we're keeping your money.
But they're the ones that canceled it.
The Hardys refused to sign it. Now, look, I got to run, but I want to say something.
Go, say it.
First of all, I want to say two things. All right.
Okay.
I want to say two things.
Number one.
You guys, Tom Martino, you, Suzanne, Daphne, Deputy Dan, you guys are incredible.
Well, thank you.
And
yeah, how about Doc?
And Deputy Doc.
Okay.
Of course, you can't forget Deputy Doc.
Thank you.
But listen.
Hickory dickory
And
dock.
I want you guys to have a wonderful, and I mean this sincerely, a wonderful holiday.
You too, man.
And you spend time with the people you love.
You mean Christmas?
A Christmas. Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, I'm not afraid of the word Christmas.
Okay, well, I'm checking.
You know, so I mean that. Spend time with the people you love.
Thank you, Marco.
And
you too, by the way.
I will do that.
Yes.
The second thing I want to say is that what you guys have started is so unique. And your listeners, the people that hear you are better off. And what Tom has done and continue to do for 40 years, you're saying?
Just here.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
And you guys are really providing an important service.
Hey, they don't even teach this stuff in high school, which I argue that should be the first thing they teach you in high school.
Yeah.
Is very basics, how not to get ripped off.
Yeah, so I just want to commend you guys on the work you're doing.
Thanks, Marco.
And the seriousness in what you, the way you handle your job.
We appreciate it.
And so people are better off because of you and what Tom started. And I just want to wish you a Merry Christmas. How about that? Not
Good
Happy
man.
Holiday.
Good man.
Merry
tell,
Christmas.
Tell Suzanne where and
And to
when.
you, Marco.
Yeah, you too, man. Tell Suzanne where and when, and we'll try to make that. That sounds fun. I'd like to meet some of your guys.
Okay, good. Yes.
All right. All right. Thank you, Marco. Marco Bendinelli. By the way, he's simple to get. I don't know how he conned some other attorney out of this phone number, but 1-800-attorney. It's amazing. Did you beat somebody in a poker game? Real quick. How the hell did you get that number?
That story is going to remain no one's going to hear that.
All right.
Okay.
Fair enough.
It's going to remain under wraps.
1-800-attorney. I mean, come on. 1-800-attorney. It's crazy. All right. This one sounds very
I thought it was 1-800-lawsuit.
Yeah. It sounds this one sounds stressful. Apartment, water damage, mold. You guys know the deal. It's the whole deal. 303-713-8255. One line open. Everybody hang tight. We're going to take a quick break. I'm going to recap everything we're going to work on tomorrow because I'm just about lost track. Deputy Dan, Deputy Doc, Deputy Daff, please have your notes ready to go. I want to solve these problems.
Now, luckily, I only got sued one time. I never had a bad baby case in all my years.
I like your, what is it called? A square. I like your square.
Yeah. Well, look at this inside. Look at this inside of his shirt. That's very cool.
Very cool. I'm telling you, his shirts are cool. Robert Graham. Graham.
This is the whole package, right?
Yep. Love you guys.
See you, Marco.
You know what? I gave you a little plug.
Better get to Teresa.
Hold on, guys. Did you find out where that home is?
It's in here. I'll get it.
SimplyFloorsInc.com. Those are the only words you need and only website address you need if you're looking for new hardwood, new carpet, new tile, new flooring. They have got everything, including the beautiful luxury vinyl tile. And if you call this month into December, you're going to save anywhere from $250 to $1,000 off Shaw floor coverings. Now, it's very simple. You go to SimplyFloorsInc.com. You can choose whatever day. They will come out and bring everything to you. They'll contact you, or you can go to their showroom. But either way, it all starts at SimplyFloorsInc.com.
High Point at DIA. That's where it is. It's in Aurora.
Yes. I want to know what place it was, though. Oh, wait. I think
Which
Dan
address
found
it
out.
was? High Point. High Point's the name of the subdivision.
But do you think they're still building out at High Point?
I have no idea. Is Hardy still on there?
We have everything from...
Was it High Point at where?
DIA. So is Hardy still on? Let's ask him.
What updates can you and I talk about? I'm going to ask all these guys. Anything?
Jeez, I forgot my update one before.
I mean stuff you're working on, though. Anything we're working on behind the scenes. You.
So Dan, I'm going home after this for the second best thing to sex. My cleaning lady came this morning. There's nothing better than walking into your house It's spotless. It smells
What
clean.
is No biggie. Oh.
I got a call on this one update right now. I can call them. I was supposed to call earlier. How big a break you having? I gotta turn it back on.
I think it's almost up. I don't know.
Okay.
Quality's the reason people trust K&H Home Solutions. Beautiful windows, siding and doors, roofing, gutters and more. Improving homes for over 60 years. With K&H, the difference is clear. K&H Home Solutions.
Black Friday extends most of the month at K&H Home Solutions. I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino. Extraordinary savings on windows, siding, doors, and more. K&H has what you're looking for. Half off all Provia entry doors, half off siding. And for every window you buy, you get one free. Not to mention 18 months, no interest. But you have to make your in-home, no-obligation appointment before December 23rd at khwindows.com. That's khwindows.com.
K&H Home Solutions has what you're looking for.
At CDW, we get that businesses will try anything to increase productivity.
We tried to increase productivity by putting energy drink in our water cooler.
Slow down, friend. A better idea is to have CDW deploy new devices powered by 8th generation Intel Core V Pro processors.
I get it. Why can't you talk faster?
For productivity solutions, you need Intel and IT orchestration by CDW. Find out more at cdw.com/be great, make the shift.
'Twas the holiday season, and in your garage, a brand new John Deere. That's not a mirage. With neighbors admiring your shiny new ride, it's your year for a Deere to fill you with pride. So if additional offers are what you desire, see our low
Morgan
rates
Hill,
before they
Marvella,
expire. Now
LIV City Center, the trails at West Creek, Verona. What are these called? They're just not here.
Which was the high
Spring
point?
Valley Ranch, the Heights, Bellevue Place.
It might be done. You're saying High Point's not on there?
I'm still looking, man. There's so many of them. Nope, I didn't see one that's High Point.
See if he's still on there, though. Michael said, yeah, you do it. Hey, Doc, if he comes in and I'm in there, just tell him to sit in Mark's seat there.
You got it.
Okay.
You know, Daphne, this Century Communities is driving me insane. I want you to call them up. Just Google Century Communities. This is a ginormous company. They have this poor guy and his wife's $10,000. This is outrageous. Honest to God, ask them what the hell's going on with it. And then tomorrow, let's just light them up. I don't know what else to do. We've got to light up their phone number. We've got to start warning people. These guys are publicly traded, and they're trying to okey doke an older black couple out of $10,000. For the life of me, I can't figure this out. They're almost acting like a little tiny dealer, home builder that's ready to go out of business. I just don't know what to make of these clowns. In my opinion, these guys really suck unless we're missing something, and I do want to light them up. I want to get their 10 grand at least getting ready to be sent to them this week. I swear to God, I want to get this one handled. I just want to get it handled, and I want all hands on deck with this one. It's crazy. I'm even looking for this community, Deputy Dan, and I don't see this on their website. They have all kinds of communities in Colorado, and maybe we find one of their little prestigious communities and we get a little posse together and go out on a Saturday or go out and do the live show at Century Communities. This sucks. Now, Teresa's got another issue that sucks. Teresa, I got a little paperwork on this. I haven't gone through it in its entirety, so worst scenario, we'll talk again tomorrow. But it looks like you had a bunch of water damage at the apartment that you rented. Is that correct?
Yes.
Then, while they were mitigating it or fixing it and getting the mold out, you stayed at a hotel for 3 months?
Yes.
Did you pay rent while you were at the hotel, yes or no?
Yes.
You did. Did they pay for the hotel?
No. My renter's insurance did.
Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. This doesn't make sense. Your renter's insurance, and I'm glad you had that. You're very smart, Teresa, for having renter's insurance. For folks listening, it's extremely cheap. I mean really cheap. And if you ever need it, it's worth its weight in gold. But what I'm not understanding is why you had to pay rent. Why did you pay rent if a complex wasn't paying for your hotel?
My renter's insurance representative told me that I should pay rent while I was in the hotel.
That's true.
She suggested it.
Okay, here's how it would generally work. You would continue to pay rent. They would move you and pay for a different place for you to live, whether it's a hotel or another unit. That's typically how it would work. In this case, even though it was your insurance company, it's still technically your money. So you not only paid rent to the apartment complex, but you also paid for your own hotel. That's not right. What's the name of this complex?
It is Pier 1 on Parker and Atchison.
And when you talk to them, can you get your rent money back?
No, they are keeping the rent money, and they kept my deposit as well.
Well, okay, what else is there? I swear I want to help you with this, but please don't make it to where I get slapped upside the head with missing a huge part of the story. Is there anything you're not telling me? Like, did you cause all the damage?
No.
Who caused
it? They knew about it before I ever even signed the lease, that the plumbing was bad.
So the plumbing was bad at least.
Deal.
What are they going to tell me? Why do they think you should pay while you're not living there and it's not your fault?
I really have no idea. The lady's very shady. So I'm not sure.
These are the ones. Deputy Doc, you're somewhat new to here as a volunteer.
What did they tell you?
That's she doesn't know because the lady's not very nice or whatever, and I understand that.
Right.
But what if I had to like twist your arm and say, what are they going to say? Even if you don't agree with it, what do you think they're going to tell us?
She told us that we didn't have to pay rent, but my insurance company told me that I should because I either needed to pay the rent or I needed to pay the insurance company.
I like it. Now, how much rent had you paid in those 3 months?
$950 a month.
$950 a month.
Actually 3.5 months.
So
it happened on June 14th.
Like $3,300-ish.
Approximately.
You know what, Deputy Dan, if this is all true, let's make a call over there. They should refund her the rent. Are you going to move back in there? Are you breaking the lease at this point, or what are you doing?
No, because this happened in 2015.
2015.
And I've taken them. I've
See,
had
okay,
9
hold
aliases.
on. I just need to just take a deep breath. See, 2015. Now, why not lead with that? And I'm just talking to people listening right now. Don't you think that's a big issue right now? Now we're calling up almost 5 years later saying, give this woman her money back. And I agree, they most likely owe her the money. But for the life of me, Teresa, why 5 years? Why are you calling now? Why are you reaching out to us now?
I've been trying to serve the homeowner.
Okay.
And she keeps avoiding getting served.
Small claims
Well,
court?
otherwise, I would have already had this court case taken care of. And when I go to court, she is sitting in the court with the real estate company who rented to me. But she refuses to continue with the case because she says we didn't serve her properly. And that's her right.
Well, did you show up for the court date, though? So, in other words, you had a court date, you served her, and then what happened right then and there?
The judge asked her if she would like to continue, and she says no because she wasn't properly served.
Did you serve? Well, she's served now. At this point, she's served. So was there a new court date?
There is a new court date on January 6th, and actually what's happened now is Denver Real Estate Services, who were the person who I paid my rent to, has dissolved. The company has dissolved.
Does she own that company too, this landlord?
The landlord does, but not the homeowner. The homeowner is who I'm having trouble serving.
Yeah, I understand, but ultimately the landlord was unjustly enriched, in my opinion. She was. She received a good portion of this rent money over time. Teresa, I want to look at the documentation you sent, and we'll look at it tomorrow. Michael Brown, you're supposed to walk in a second early. Are you going to be talking about these bombshells out today?
I got stuck by the boss. When the boss corners you can't.
No, you can't.
You can't say, hey,
Big
Mark,
Tim or Little
hey,
Tim?
Mark wants me to come in.
Yeah, I know. Listen, what do you have coming up? You have to be talking about all this stuff.
This is a joke.
Is it?
It's a total joke.
No need to worry.
I don't think there's anything new. Well, yes, you should always be worried because it's Washington, D.C., and it's politics. So, yes, you should be worried, but it really is a joke.
Have you ever heard the financial advice of buy and hold? You probably have, but they can teach you so